All right, welcome in everybody to Valhalla Esports. This is season 6, week number 2. With me tonight, Hailstorm, and a little bit later, Boomstick. How you doing tonight, Hailstorm?
What up, Blitz? I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well now that I'm able to get my correct little emotes into the chat. Now that I've resubscribed, and thank you for your subscription. Just outdoing me by 1 month. Both of us coming up on a year of subscriptions here ourselves, but you know, we'll get
Coming up
there.
on coming up on 2 years
Uh,
actually.
sorry, you're right. 2 years, and I guess we'll just right now it's just you and me, I think, on the stream, but we'll just give each other 30 days of love. How about
Oh yeah, everything I ever wanted.
that? But yeah, tonight we are gonna have Stoners Nation versus Lupitas. Stoners Nation, top lane Cop, jungle McFasho, mid Redacted, 80 carry Tortuga, and support Captain Boosted Sandwich. Lupitas, top Genos, jungle Casual Plebs, mid Sin, 80 carry Dingus Slayer, and support Halfling. Uh, I'm having a feeling here this season that a lot of the captains are playing support roles, so it's kind of interesting. Usually, captains use that as a, oh, I'll play whatever I want to play, but a lot of them are trying to balance and actually captain around their team and be able to give directions by playing from the support role. Do you have any
Yeah,
thoughts on that?
it's a role where you can focus a little more on providing like the macro plays, so you can call out when rotation should happen and all that. And also, since the boosted doesn't have Boomy on his team this year, but still looks like he has a pretty solid lineup. And I do like how these matchups look fairly even across the board. So should be a fun one to watch as far as laning and hopefully get plenty of kills like we like to see here in Valhalla.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm trying to see. Boomstick said he was on, but I need to drag him to the chat. So looking for him and not seeing him. There he is. Oops. All right, now we got Boomstick here. Oh, nope, moved him to the wrong one. We're in production voice chat. Now we got him.
What
There
up,
he
Booby?
is.
What up? What up?
How are you guys feeling about this matchup tonight?
Excited to see it. I know from last season, kept seeing Casual Plebs be a monster in that jungle, so interested to see how he'll do on this new team setup. And I haven't seen McFasho, but I know basically the rest of the team. Cop was always a very solid top laner. Redacted was my captain in the last season and was a flexible mid laner. People, I assume, keep banning his Vlad, but he's expanded his pool a little bit. And then see how Tortuga and Boosted do. I know Tortuga has them fingers.
Yeah, I mean, Mick Show is definitely the new up and comer in the jungle. He's again, I think he's been diamond most seasons. He's definitely came in as one of the best junglers already. So definitely a good jungle matchup. Probably two of the best jungles in the league going at it.
We got the YGGB folks up in the house. Thank you for sending us your love. We appreciate you being here to support stream. And then yeah, Genos for Lupitas. Another very solid top laner, so I think it'll be a close matchup up there. Beeson, I know, had been playing ADC, I think, in previous seasons, so have to see how his pool does well in that mid lane. And then Halfling is a very good support, so we'll see how him and Dingus play together. I
Yeah,
think it's
I
kind
think
of a flip on the matchups where it's a higher ADC and a higher support on the different sides.
I think both these teams have made an in team roster swap from last week. Got Cop switching from support to top with boosted, and then Genos and Beeson switching their solo lane. So both teams making some adjustments, trying to change that 0-1 to a 1-1.
Yeah, for sure. And not sure how the teams are doing, but looking like we're jumping into draft for game number 1. Lupitas on the blue side, Stoners on the red side. See that Vlad band that I'd called out along with a Wukong, and looking like a Leona and a Shaco. Shaco focusing casual. As we know, he's a Shaco main, and then a Draven ban along
Yeah,
with the Nico.
the Draven ban is a little interesting to me. I'm not sure. I mean,
Scion
unless
jungle.
they have something cooked up in that bot lane that Draven just hard counters that they may want to pick early here. But other than that, I think the Draven ban's a little out there for me. But they must have a plan.
I know it's one that Tortuga does pretty well on, so it might just be a targeted ban for him. And there's a Scion that Blitzkrieg called out in the chat. Could be top lane, but we do know Casual loves it in that jungle as well. But they might just be looking to get rid of that hyper aggressive early ADC with that ban, because you don't want Tortuga to get a lead and just to run the lane. But going with the lovers duo with the Xayah Rakan.
Yeah, let's see. The Draven definitely screams. We wanna scale bot lane. We don't want the fist fight. We just want to just farm it out, handshake the waves, and see how we scale into late. But the lovers duo, again, always a strong duo bot lane, very safe, also with good engage options.
Yeah, for sure. And then we see the Ezreal Karma answer, looking like a lot of poke for that bottom lane, and Anivia for that mid lane. Another very good control champion there. And I think tanks have been pretty meta in the current season, right? So could build that Leandries and help burn them down.
Yes, tanks do seem very strong. I do like the Ezreal Karma into the Xayah because she is a little on the short range side, especially early, and just get that poke down, make their lane not a fun place to be.
For sure, for sure. Taking out the scaling on the other side, taking away the smolder. Saying no Scion for top lane, got the easy engage button, and the Victor ban coming through. Don't want to be up against that as a Nivea, looks like.
Yep, I mean both these bands kind of point to their comps, whereas Lupita's kind of want to just play that Scion front line with Ezreal Karma, play poke behind him, so you want to get rid of Smolder Victor, just very safe things that scale very well and play from range. And the other side, you're banning things that just hard engage want to go in on you and allow them easy access with their con to dive in together.
Right, and then the final Viego ban, so I assume we'll see a jungle pick here for Star Nations. With the Gwen, it could be top or jungle.
Yeah, I think from playing this team before, I think that is probably a jungle pick for Mick Show. He does like his farming junglers. He's a big farming guy. So I think that Gwen fits right into his champ pool of just we're gonna farm up and be a late game menace.
Imagine drafting Gwen. What's that part of your team name? Taru. Where you at, Gwen's
Yeah,
big secret?
yeah, we haven't drafted Gwen once yet, but it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Grundle, looking like the top lane pickup there. I know I've heard he's supposed to be pretty good right now.
Yeah, I mean he should be good. The only kind of problem I see is there's not really a tank to, shred those stats and really get value out of that ulti, but if you're just gonna play him in a side and just have him hit towers, that
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything.
going for the more split, and then a nice safe mage in the Ari, good at picks if you can hit those charms, and pretty solid laning into whoever, and a Galio pickup.
Let's see, hover in the Galio, yep. Lock in that Galio. I think I definitely like Lupita's comp more. I think it has kind of a clear identity of we have Ezreal Karma wave clear, we got Scion to be, a frontline bodyguard, and then we just send that Trundle side lane and just, have him go whack towers, do what he does best.
Right. Yeah, so definitely Lupita's looking for that 4-1 most likely, but Trundle can join up in the team fights if they'd like. Getting up the gamble for the game number 1 winner right now. So get your predictions in. And more shout outs to the YGGB people in the chat. We appreciate you being here. And I'm assuming it's just Galio top and Anivia mid, though they could swap it if they wanted.
Yeah, I know Anivia is another one of Crip's one of his most played. So he really likes playing that bird in the mid lane, just a very stable force.
Yeah, for sure.
But
But as far as Stoner Nation, they're lacking a little bit on like a main engager. They have a lot of good follow up engage.
yeah, that's
I guess
Booster's
you
got
can
to
just
find
have
some real crazy angles.
you can have
Booster's got to find.
Rakan jump in. That
Yeah,
wouldn't be too bad.
that's all you got. Booster's got to find probably some crazy angles to get onto the Ari Ezreal Karma around the Scion and have Galio ultimate. But other than that, I don't really see how. I mean, it's just a straight up 5v5. I think they are stronger just with the Xayah Gwen tank shred. That Scion's not going to last very long.
Right.
But
And
other than that, it's gonna be out and kind of boosted to find some pretty crazy angles on this back line.
yeah, for sure. And I know now we have the enhanced boots off of the what do they call them?
Off the feats,
The
the
feats, yeah.
feats of strength.
So we'll see if we see any invades. A lot of teams this season have been enjoying that to look for that easy first blood, and then seeing a lot more team play around these objectives. So we'll have to see which teams got those rotations on points.
Yeah, I'm not sure either one of these lineups really wants to go too hard level one. I mean, because if you go Southern Nation and you face check a Scion Q, you're kind of just boned. Nothing you can really do after that. You lose that one, and then Lupitas. I mean, you don't really have anything to, unless Arya starts Charm, which isn't great for the lane. You don't really have anything to lock anybody down on that side. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming you'll see a standard 5-point.
they're both good at countering the invade.
Yeah, both. I either 5-point or both teams are gonna stack a bush and hope the other one walks into them. Because if you walk into either of these comms level one, you're not gonna have a good time because you're gonna get Galio W'd out of the bush, you're gonna get Rakan W'd out of a bush, or if you walk into Scion Q with a Karma enhanced Q, Ari Q over the top of that, it's just no one's living that.
Right. And we have them where we thought we would. Got that Trundle up in the top lane along with the Galio. It'll be a little rough for the Galio if Trundle can get on him since he's built more to negate the magic damage. So we'll have to see if any issues come about from that. But if he just plays safe, it should be fine. And has a lot of good engage to help with playmaking for team fights.
Yeah, he's gotta be careful manage his wave states because if he just leaves to go ult and his wave's in a bad spot, that Trundle's gonna take a lot on the other side of the map on the cross map. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely need to
definitely
push.
yeah, definitely something to worry about there. Also, the triple AP topside for Slow Rotation is a little rough. If this Zaya does not get ahead early, they might have a little trouble with Sion just stacking that MR, and then
Right.
I don't really know how that Nivea does damage, but we will see.
The nice thing as far as late game split issues, Trundle's gonna be really good at it, but Gwen, once farmed up, can match him pretty well. So they will have a good reaction to it. So I think it'll just come down to I only tuned in to watch Hobbit play. Thank you, Bulgaria. Good to see you. How you doing, buddy? And here we'll get into our 3-minute delay before we get into game number 1. So if you need any drinks or anything, need a bathroom break, do that real quick and be ready for some action. If you have your primes available and want to avoid any random commercials interrupting the gameplay, toss us your primes and we will give you your 30 days of love. Do I deliver drinks? I do not deliver drinks, unfortunately.
Standing in front of my fridge right now.
Smart man. I might join you.
It's like this scam. But yeah, got a couple minutes. Got any thoughts on how you think the game will play out? We're waiting for it to start, Boomy.
I would like to see Show kind of play topside and try to see if we can put this Trundle a little down because with the Galio, he's always gonna be in range to E, and then with the W, have some pretty good lockdown, and then the Gwen comes in and does the damage. So I would like to see him try to play this topside early, kind of get this Galio to a point where he's not getting too crazy ahead, and so he can hold the Trundle in lane because if Trundle gets ahead, then Galio just got nothing to really counteract that.
Yeah, it's one where if he jumps in, he has a good engage. But if there's ever a time he jumps in and then wants to leave, it'll be tough for him to get out.
Yeah.
We got Bulgaria trying to call you out in the chat already.
I mean I don't know about blatant Smurf, but my boy Genkai has been putting in the work this season.
True and real. What up, Bazinga, aka Mothra, I believe. How you been? Which side do you think has the better scaling? I think Star Nation scales a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, you get the Anivia, she goes Roa and Tyr, you get those stacked up. Gwen late game's a monster, Xayah late game's a monster. But I mean, it's just, again, I think it's gonna be hard for them to really play out team fights too well. Just because, I mean, again, Ahri has ultimate, Ezreal has E out, Karma has shields. So I mean, they kind of have a lot of escapes to really negate the actual, 5v5 or 4v4 team fights, and then just let Trundle do work in the side lane.
Yeah, for sure. Just have to see how the plan comes together.
Yes, I mean, I think they do outscale, but I'm not sure how much they can really use that scaling unless they can. I mean, if they can get to an objective first, set up vision, and have Lupi just walk into them, I think they can do well. But if they ever have to walk into Lupitas, it's going to be a rough dodging karma Qs, Ezreal Qs, Ahri charms, always having to worry about Sion in a bush somewhere, charging up a Q. Very scary team to walk into.
For sure, for sure. Is that the scam skin REIC, or is that a different one?
I'm not too sure on my Ahri skin lore.
Don't know if it's the faker $500 one or not.
I don't think it's the $500 one. I think it's one of the lesser tiers of the skin, but
Gotcha. Yeah, going for late scaling is a little more rare now, since, as we know, the feats are so important to get those boots. Which, interestingly enough, I was watching a video that was talking about all the feats and how people were getting upset that like the upgraded boots had a 70-some% win rate, but it's apparently only like a 1 or 2% change from what it was before anything happened when you still did those same objectives.
yeah, I think it's more so just the fact that you already have the early game lead and just how snowbally some of these teams are. That's, once you have the lead, it's hard to really come back unless you have a lot of tools for late game scaling. So I
Right.
don't think it's necessarily the boots themselves doing it. I think it's just the game state when you get the boots.
Yeah, it's like if you already have that early lead, you're set up to do well. But it was just those made it blatantly obviously for the win percentages, and people finally like noticed who didn't really think about it before.
Yeah.
But now we see the 5-man like we thought we would. No one wants
Looking like
to
the
walk into the other team.
5-man with boosted Tortu, looking for something, a little cheese play down here in the bot lane, but not looking like Lupitas is gonna fall for it.
McShow just watching the two there, feeling safe. Since they're not actually walking up to him, looking like they'll probably drop a late ward just to get information on the jungle path.
Yeah, always a good idea to try to get that Raptor ward or a ward in somewhere to see where that enemy jungler's starting and get an idea of his pathing. Help your lanes out to know where he's going, where he's not going to be.
Yeah, it's one where if they wanted to match it, since they saw Ahri and Trundle on the Gwen, Gallia could have walked around and warded the blue, but a little bit of information gained for blue side, but nothing too huge.
Yeah, it's always just scary level 1 walking into the Trundle blind if you don't know where he is.
Get a little bit of poke going down here in this bot lane. Got the ADC at half for Stoners, but both AD and support lower for Lupitas.
Good little trade from Stoners Nation. Setting the prio early. Let him know we're here to fight.
Oh, we here for it. At the level 2, jumping in, flash away from Dingus. Well avoided on the engage and well played on level 2. Nice little chomp there from Trundle saying hi to Galio. But I assume top will mostly be a farm fest, at least until we get a couple of items or a gank.
Yeah, I don't see much
Ooh,
happening.
a good stun here from Redacted. Gets that combo down for a nice chunk onto Beeson.
Yeah, I think most of these lanes are going to be kind of a little resident sleeper, at least for the first early levels.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like a lot of farming lanes, just going for a little bit of scaling before we get super into it. We see the Scion actually looking for an invade here on this Gwen on the opposite side of the blue with the ward down. So we'll see if Casual can make anything out of this vision play. A little bit of damage there from Redacted, but the Charm just missed. A nice full charge knockup gets the slow, and the explosion makes the show so low. 2 more autos might get him, and Halfling is there. First blood to Casual plebs. Really good play there in the jungle to get that sneaky first blood. Nice tower pillar there from Trundle, getting some good damage down on Cop. A nice knockup from Boosted, but not too much follow up as the Scion is here to look for a gank.
Yeah, that is a Casual plebs classic right there. Just the 3 camps into the other side.
Ooh, blows him up, nice slow, forces the flash, but predicted it with a Q knockup and gets that kill. 2 kills onto the Scion already here, coming up on 4 minutes. Casual showing us its power already. Nice sidestep there from Redacted, might have gone to his egg if he'd gotten charmed.
Yeah, good game from Casual. Gotta maybe kind of wonder why that the bot lane didn't back up when you know that he was in your blue side. So you think you gotta play a little safe there, but just not showing the respect.
Yeah, Boosted went for the engage, which got him a little too far up, and Tortuga paid the price. Now looks like Genos looking for a reset, looking like Cop's trying to freeze that wave, but I don't think he has enough minions for it, so it should be a nice bounce for Genos to walk back to. He's just gonna go for the TP, getting that out early. As a top laner, I hate the new TP, it feels so slow compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, I do like the it goes through no matter what. So like you TP to a tower, and the tower dies, you will still follow through with it.
Yeah, that part is nice.
I do like that.
The first game I did, since it had been like 3 months since I played, I was TPing. I was like, it has been forever since I clicked this button.
Yeah, it's an experience the first time you do it. Just like you see like 10-second timer almost that first time, you're like, holy.
Ooh, a very nice pillar catching Cop on his E, but gets the taunt down, is able to walk back to tower. Yeah, it should be a good time for him to go ahead and back.
Yeah,
Should be.
there's one thing to watch with Cop is if Trundle ever does get on him, it's kind of hard to use that E to get out of there because you got to go backwards first. So something kind of interaction to watch out for is, if Trundle
He'll just end up punching him.
Yeah, gets a good pillar off and then gets in his face, is a little tough for the Galio to get out of there.
Barely missed the knock up there from Boosted. It's a little bit of poke down, but doesn't really go through the shielding from the Karma enhanced Q. And now we see Dragon is up, and the first spawn of grubs is coming soon. See how the junglers prioritize these objectives. Oh, punching into the Trundle as there's a pillar behind him, so might get run down with the Ghost. Genos run him down, just right-clicking, gonna Q a couple of times. Gets the ult down, going for the dive. A nice knockup, but will fall before the tower can help him out. Well played there for the solo bolo from Genos.
Yeah, no flash on the Galio from before, and just it's easy as that.
Yeah, it's one where if Galley had been slightly healthier, or still had his taunt when he got into tower, might have been able to kite him out long enough for the tower to kill him, but was very close. As now Scion is on the grubs, but Anivia and Gwen are here. Got the smack going down. I think 1 grub each way. Galley coming in, will not get the knockup, but looking like they're able to walk away without any kills.
Listen, that was a really nice wall by Redacted to displace the
Getting
try
knocked
and get
up.
him out.
But Casual, too low, has to walk away. Yeah, well played. 1 to 2 grubs, 2 going the way of Lupitas. So no feet stack for the 2 to 1. You have to get all 3. And now the Dragon is still up if either team can prioritize that. It's looking like we got the blue side setting up that vision, got some deep wards in that tri-bush, and had Ari in the area to help set up the vision. Looking like Sion's gonna grab this Scuttle Crab and then potentially look for the Dragon. Getting some good poke down here from Halfling. Tortuga down to about a 4th health.
Yeah, could again gets the scuttle. Could also look for a blue buff invade or a blue side invade. He knows the pathing.
Ooh.
Could walk in.
If there had been less minions there, that might have been a dead Zion.
I think they changed it. I don't think it. I think it does full damage no matter what it goes to. I think that
Oh, does it? Okay, that
Yeah.
I was like, that seemed like a lot, but that would make more sense. Get the ignite, but the barrier to save himself from the dive. Tortuga barely surviving sub 100 health. And has Gwen
going a little
here.
deep there. Going a little deep. I mean, I almost would just call the Scion over and just wait for the Scion to get there. And just 3-man it, but he is doing that dragon, so.
Picks up the dragon. It's one of the 3 stacks on the jungle objectives. So right now they need 2 more of those or a tower. For the side of Stoner Nation, they would need 3 jungle objectives and a tower if they wanted to get those boots. And now we see this blue invade we talked about. Gwen picking it up real quick as she runs away. Ari's now trying to check, but walking into a pink ward, gets charmed, gets slowed, might get knocked up as well. The charm comes through and has to flash away. Gwen is here to support, drops the ultimate as she's dashing in, might be able to burn down Casual. With the slow coming through so low, the burn will take it from the Anivia ultimate, and now has to walk away, gets a stun to not lose the egg passive. Well played to pick up 1 for the side of Stoner Nation.
Yeah, great flash from Boosted there. Get in front of the Scion ulti to stop him in his tracks. Otherwise, I think he gets out there. So, great flash.
Yep. See that flower under tower? Go ahead and hit it, Cup.
Hit the flower! Hit the flower!
Now we see a little bit of an invade, but getting collapsed on by 4 members of the blue team. Red team's trying to get out with the slow, but gets hit by the empowered Q, going into egg form. Gonna get knocked up, but the charm comes through from Rakan, trying to save his mid laner, but no dice. Redacted falls to Casual Plebs, going to 3-1.
This Scion is getting all these kills. He's gonna be a monster, but he is down quite a few camps to this Gwen, just power farming up and down that jungle.
Yeah, he's been looking to get his presence felt a lot more on the lanes, and I think we'll be still pretty even in the gold thanks to getting those kills, but Gwen just been farming it up like a beast, looking to scale up and become that late game monster.
I mean, Scion does have pretty much all of his camps to farm, besides those raptors that McFisho stole, so he can make a little bit of that ground back up here, but yeah, he's still a little ahead on the gold, but I think that the gold's negated by how much XP McFisho's can have on him, because I think he's almost level 8 and Casual just ding 7, so yep, there's McFisho hitting 8 and Casual just hit 7, so he's a full level up, so I think the stats are worth, what, like 600 gold, I think, per level? Something like that?
I forget what the exact number is, but sounds roughly correct. We see the next spawn of the Void Grubs, so we'll see if he can get a 3 stack on the second set, if they'll split him again. Gwen is on the bottom side, so it might be a good time for Casual to rush him.
Yeah, she is on the bottom side, and I'm pretty sure she's sitting on quite a bit of gold here, too. Just has the Blasting Wand and an Amp Tone, so she should be sitting on quite a bit of gold.
Going for an aggressive dive before Galio's even almost low. Gets very chunked by that tower thanks to the taunt. A nice root under tower from Tortuga, but not too much follow-up to happen. And no punish on Dingus. Got poked out a little bit, but Gwen is coming bot, so we'll need to play safe. Scion picks up the next 3 grubs, so they get 5, and they're 1 jungle objective away from those boots. Jenna's going for the ghost, gets the ultimate down, so that... Ooh, stolen stats. Ooh. Oh, he didn't get the auto off, it was so close. I thought Trundle for sure had it, it was way closer than I thought it would be, but Galio does fall.
Another thing to mention is the Trundle getting 5 grubbies to go for the split pushing, so he's going to be an absolute menace in those side lanes.
Here comes Scion jumping in with the ult, trying to support his team. Will not hit the knockup, but the charm lands onto Gwen. Can pull back in. Boosted going for the knockup, trying to save his team as they're all getting low. Gwen will fall. Boosted will follow. And 2 for 0. Now 7-1 in the kills as they're looking for this mid lane plate potentially. And yeah, agreed. 5 grubs on a Trundle who already loves the side lane. You see it's almost down to only 1 plate left on that top tower. He is very happy that his jungler got him all those grubs.
Yeah, he's going to be an absolute unit to deal with in a side lane. I'm not really sure how anybody from Southern Nation can really deal with him in a side anytime soon.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be later once Gwen has like 2 to 3 items. But until then, it's gonna be a lot of your duty is wave clear, potentially for Anivia.
Yeah, I also would like to see Stunner's Nation play this game a little bit slower. And again, we have the scaling advantage, so trying to take all these little mini skirmishes and brawls around mid lane and jungles is just not really good for their comp, and they're paying the price for it.
Yeah, right. There we see a tower going down, Stone Nation in the bot lane, as Dingus and Halfling show back up. We've got Ari walking in, might be able to land a charm. Tortuga grabbing that flower. Big play. And now, basically, as Galio right here, Trundle already has the Hydra, so you just let him clear the wave, and you try to clear it under tower before you can hit it too much. Misses the punch, but gets the taunt, but now doesn't really have any abilities. Trundle's just gonna run by. He's at the point, I think the plates just fell. He could get a wave under tower. Or here they now fall. He can get a wave under tower and just kill the wave while Galio's there and not care about him and then kill him. But a good dragon pickup once again for Lupitas, and that will be the upgraded boots for them.
Yeah, Cop does have to be careful, because if he does try that maneuver again with the plates gone now, yeah, like you said, Trundle can 2-tap that tower real quick, and then he has no out, no taunt, so he's just kind of gonna be dead.
Yeah, it's like even if he gets the taunt under tower, Trundle can just kill it while he ults and not care about it, and then kill you anyways. A nice knock up here from Casual, catching boosted, tries to flash away, but the tether does not break, has the ult and dash out. All comes through, lands on Tortuga. He ults to avoid the knock-up as Ezreal's following up. Boosted's very low, but looks like he'll be able to walk away. The Q misses. Tortuga also low, but now Mikvasho's here, dropping the Gwen ult with all the needles.
They are a little deep here.
Ooh, the Q comes through, takes Boosted down from the bush. They kill Casual, but Gwen will fall and Tortuga will follow. 3 for 1. A big swing for Lupitas, as they can probably take now this bottom tower as well.
Yeah, and again, I mean, just Southern Nation getting caught on a vision pocket. This dragon's not up. There's nothing really in there we need to really have vision for, and you're just walking in and eating charms, eating Scion Qs for free.
Right. I think Genos might not know how good Trundle is at killing towers. He got taunted under tower and decided to run away. Probably could have just killed the tower. But that's fine. He's still getting plenty of farm. Trying to play safe.
Yeah, he can, and there's no real reason to risk it right now. I mean, they're so far ahead that no real reason to try to make the semi-risky play.
Yeah. There's Gwen top, sees Trundle, but decides to go on and keep farming. Doesn't want to go for the gank. As Red getting taken by Casual, and now that they have bot tower taken and 2 low outer towers, I'll expect the bot lane to rotate around, help clean up these outer towers, and potentially look for a Rift Herald to grab. Halfling up top.
He's been
looking like they're gonna run down Cop. Yep, get the ult down, auto him, hit the tower, and just
very clean dive by Lupitas right there.
Feels bad for Cop. You're already a little behind, and then the poke support comes to help kill you as well.
Yep, the Halfling is completely freed up to go wherever he wants on this map right now. They have all the vision. Look at all the wards across Southern Nation jungle. I mean, they know where everybody is at all times, pretty much.
Oh yeah, killing it on their jungle game. Taking down the Rift Herald, and already have Ezreal and Karma pushing this mid lane for the last outer tower. And picked up by Jet to empower that top split push even harder.
Yep, and they do give him the Herald too, so he can really put some pressure down on the side lane now.
Got a stun onto Dingus, but not too much follow-up. Actually getting more back onto them as the Karma's just queuing them on cooldown. And standing under tower gets knocked up, gets stunned by Anivia, burning down with the ignite, but has a shield to save him. A little risky, but gets the mid tower without a death. And now Sign's coming in with the ultimate, looking for a Jackson. Does he have the wall? Looks like it's not up. The slam, putting the egg down as Boosted falls to Dingus Slayer. Redacted dies once again to Ezreal. Mikvasho will take him down, but now trying to get out as Gallia's ulting in to try to save the Gwen. Gets the knock up on the Beeson, punches him, double taunt. but they just don't have enough follow-up. Ari very close, but can't quite get the Gwen under tower. I think that ended up being a, what, 2 for 1? Ooh, a nice root from Tortuga. Might take down B-Sin. Well played if he can get away and gets out. Has to play very safe.
Oh no, oh no, we won
knock up. Oh, he's so low.
Oh,
Got the shield, but now Trundle's here and chops him. Ult's boosted under tower. Gets him a little low. Trying to run away. They're playing a little dangerous here between towers.
That turret is hot. That turret is hot.
Halfling flashes over the wall as Top will fall. Or no, Top takes down Casual, but they get the tier 2 mid tower in trade. Whew. Giving us plenty of action here in this mid game as we're trying to push it. Have that third dragon coming up. It is the Cloud Soul. See if Lupitas wants to go and grab it real quick for themselves.
Yeah.
And then I
would like to see this game if Thunder Nation didn't try to fight so much early. Because I mean, again, they're fighting back. You know, they're going punch for punch now. But imagine if we didn't give them a 14-5 kill lead going into, you know, these mid game fights.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, already they're playing the scaling, which seems like it's a little bit of a weaker strategy for the season. And yeah, just then fighting early, if you're not close in gold, it just makes it that much harder. But still trying to stall the game out. They got the scaling to try to hope for, but so far a lot of pressure being put on from the blue side as they're getting objectives and effectively pushing towards the base to try to end the game. We got B-Sin and Cop on this top side, just kind of farming it out. Casual out here, stealing the blue once again. Just been loving being on this blue side of the enemy jungle.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good side. I mean, he's got a halfling who, you know, I think will always be the first to rotate.
Tortuga walking into the Trundle, getting the root coming down, knock up from a boosted, but Trundle able to just walk away, not feeling the danger. And now 4 members rotating the bot lane as they're looking for this tier 2 bottom tower.
Yeah, this Trundle build is a little different, but I mean, I think they're not terrible items. I think the Hydra's always pretty good for clearing waves and for the split push. The triple AP top side makes them all have insane value.
Yeah, it makes sense for who he's against.
I'm not sure this wing plate's going into. Is that building the hull breaker still? Not sure.
I think it does, so that would make sense. Genos doing a good job just zoning away as the rest of the team's taking the Otacon.
Yeah, needs to be a little careful here.
Can't quite catch him.
Can't quite catch him.
Just gets a triple knockup, but was too fast. Doesn't have team knockup. And now Galio comes in to try to help, but is a little deep himself.
Tortuga. They give him a kill.
Yep, Tortuga and Cop trying to support each other, but looks like they will both fall. Galio now taunting, but doesn't have any damage behind him. Casual puts on a shield as they slowly burn him down. Get the 3 kills and the Otacon. As now they're looking for this bot tower once again.
Yeah, once they get that GA, it's real tough to go and try to fight them, because even if you do kill someone, they're just gonna go straight back to the fountain and get only 100 gold. So,
right,
not a great time to fight.
It's really powerful both, especially when you have characters that can re-engage you well, or if you have PP up. B-Sin getting a little chunked out, but should be fine. Was putting a little pressure on that mid tower. And they should have about 3 minutes till Baron if they want to look for that. Till then, they can probably just keep pushing towers, especially while this buff is on. They can kind of play with a little bit of reckless abandon.
You're definitely free to, as the pros say, you know. Wow, I lost what I was going to say. Damn. Limit test. There it is. As the pros say, it's time to limit test. You know, see what you can do.
Right. And looking like we're grouping up in the mid lane as a 4-man, sending Trundle to that top lane where he loves to be. And that top tower, I believe, is quite low. So as long as they kind of sync up their waves, I think this will be effective in the 4-1. Getting some good poke down already on the boosted from Dingus. Good knockup on Casual, but he's so tanky he doesn't really care. They're just taking the tower in their face. Burden down Tortuga with the slows, gets out the ultimate, but will fall as boosted falls as well. Not enough members there to defend that Nexus turret, and now we're on to potentially end of the game.
And they do have a Nivea who is quite good at wave clearing.
Getting chunked out a little bit from Genos already. It's just 5v3. They avoid the knockup, but it's just such a goal difference and the mana difference. Got one tower down. The second will follow as they're trying to fight back. But this is looking like this will be the end of game number one. Gwen shuts down the Karma. Genos is trying to hit the Nexus, but will get taken down as well. Looking like now they're trying to run away. Casual Beeson very low. Oh, the ultimate comes through, gets Gwen. Oh, Dingus feel himself, gets Tortuga. Triple for the Ezreal. Can he 1v5 and end the game? Taking down Cop. As Redacted's here, he'd have to dodge the stun.
Oh no, the E in place.
He's in place, but it is fine. Their back was a little scary, but they don't really have to worry about it. If they want to be safe, they should reset, go collect the map objectives, and then end the game.
Yeah, we can get Dragon Soul, and then we can go to Baron, and then we just, have every buff in the game pretty much. And what are they gonna do?
Yeah, it's rough. Like even after that, they got a couple of shutdowns. They're still 12k gold behind. Just massive wallets getting slammed into your face is rough.
Yeah, I just really think they just played this early game a little slower because Nivea just finally hit our tier item and fully stacked Roa and fully stacked tiers. I mean, she's just now kind of coming online, but we are out of towers.
Right.
So,
and we see the dragon has spawned. They're on it immediately to get that cloud soul. Make them all even speedier when they use their ultimates.
Oh yeah,
it's actually really good for their team.
Yeah, the Karma ult shield goes even faster now. I don't really know how you get out of that.
If Trundle ults, he just zooming at you even faster. They jump in, doesn't get the charm onto the Anivia, hits the stun on the Trundle, but they're not here. They can just hit the Nexus, and they're taking down Redacted, splitting up the enemy team as Dingus is just focusing the Nexus. A triple knocking from the Scion. No one's dying yet. The enemy now falls. Khan will follow to the Trundle. Gwen in the back line, and now the two sitting on the fountain. Their Nexus will fall. Tortuga falling just beforehand. Well played. Game number one. To Lupita.
Very good game by Lupitos there. Just using that early jungle pressure from the Scion, invading the Gwen, taking advantage of her being a little weaker on the early game, and they just never really recovered. They just kept that ball rolling.
What's the average ELO players? I think our average is around plat, I want to say. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Boomy.
Some high gold, low plat, depending if you care. If you're saying right now for the new season, probably gold. But
yeah.
Normal.
Once the ranks average out.
Once ranks average out, yeah, probably around low to mid plat.
Yeah, for where people end up being. But the way this one works, if you haven't seen it, Sepid, it's a league where all ELOs are welcome, and we have a salary system to help even them out.
Capped at D2, just to clarify that.
Oh yeah, sorry, capped at D2 currently. But have a wide range from Iron to D2, and then we have a draft where captains pick up their teams. Congratulations, Halfling, as your first official captain win. Awesome to see a league system like that. Yeah, we enjoy it. It gets everybody a chance to be able to play, and you get if you're on the lower end, you get to see how a lot of other people play. Hopefully, get better. So it's all for fun, but we think it's an alright system. What kind of change-ups do you want to see from Stoner Nations after game number one, Boomy?
I would like to see them give McPasho a little more agency. Let him, try to dictate the early game, make some plays, and not just have him try to farm for 30 minutes. And also give Redacted something that he can, because obviously they want to fight early mid game, which is perfectly fine. It's a really good strategy. But we're not drafting the champions to fit our play style when we want to go in and we want to fist fight, but we're drafting champs that want to sit there and scale up. So
I enjoyed your Trundle Genis. That I ran it down for the first time and didn't feed. Now you're doing really well. You did exactly what you needed to do. You got that lead and you kept the pressure up. But yeah, I agree. It seems like this season, especially, you want to have a really proactive jungler, just like to help secure those feats because there's so much more play around them. And it also seems like currently the game meta is if you can get that early lead, you're probably going to win anyways. So going for more agency and lane, I think, would be good for them if they can get that for their lineup in game number 2.
yeah, because I mean, Mick for show is, I think his most played champs are Jarvan, Lee Sin.
They both
I
seem
don't.
very good right now,
That's
especially
both.
Jarvan.
Yeah, both are good. I didn't see either of those champions banned, and we're just not picking them. So pick some of
For sure.
those. Maybe we give Redacted the Ari, give him some playmaking in the mid game, and just play around a strong mid jungle.
Yeah, like all the picks for the lanes in a vacuum, I think are fine, but all of them together kind of put them on a high scaling team comp. It felt like.
Yeah, and I mean if that's how your team wants to operate, I think that's perfectly fine. But
Yeah, but then
yeah,
you just have to really not play for the fights, and you have to
yeah,
just
you
play very
really,
slow.
yeah, but you kind of give really objectives. If Sion walks in your jungle, you gotta be like, hey, that's yours.
Yeah, and potentially if they could secure an early ward like Lupitas did game 1 to just know where Gwen was through the early clear, that allowed Casual to get off that cheeky blue gank early. That kind of put him behind and made the game a little more hectic for them. So if they have a little more vision early to know if he's trying anything like that, that might be helpful for them.
Yeah, and like especially when you have McFishow see the Ari and the Sion, or was it Ari and Genos? That level 1, kind of peeking their head into their jungle to put that ward down. If you're
Yeah,
Redacted, once you see that Ari walk over there, I mean you can definitely go to their Raptors, ward their side because Ari's over. Ari's not going to be there.
yeah.
So
If you see him in there and you know the person who would match you is not where they would be to stop you, just run in real quick and drop a ward. Just very good for knowing jungle pathing in these team setups.
yeah, and especially if you're going to play something like Gwen that's a little susceptible to some early invades. Maybe even put a defense ward, put it in the middle of the river. Just you can see him if he goes for the invade. And just protect your jungler, but no wards placed level 1 around mid lane to have any idea where Casual started, where he's going. Never a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, Casual would never gank people randomly. Come on now. He's not a Shaco player or something like that.
Yeah, we don't play Shaco, Nunu, Sion. We don't play those champs.
And just waiting for both teams to get ready. They grabbing water. They grabbing snacks. Doing whatever they need, but looking like we'll get into draft number 2 here soon.
Yeah. Hopefully we see some changes come out of Stoner Nation. If you Lupitas, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Run it back.
Looks like Stoner Nation did elect to go on the blue side for game number 2, so they want to get that prio pick. Taking out the Shaco once again. Lupitas still want to see that Draven. And the Scion ban. Don't want to see that once again. Was very effective.
Taking out the casual classics.
Taking out the Vlad from Redacted. Don't want to let him run around on his main champion.
Oh, Moo is a very interesting band hover.
Yeah, it's not one that's like a normal for casual, but it is just very powerful for
Yeah, I
team
mean,
fights.
always just a generally good, good jungler, especially in Valhalla. It's a Valhalla classic.
Yeah. He's green. Get him out of here. Yeah, just the double Q charge plus the ultimate for team fights, just very strong. And the Skarner ban.
Skarner band. Skarner is a good band. I do think Skarner is quite powerful, but also don't think we would give our 1250 highest salary player and just put him on Skarner duty. So interesting
I don't
ban
know.
there for sure.
I've seen a Skarner that got ahead. Very hard to do anything against.
About to say I have seen Insert play Skarner. And that thing is terrifying. So
And we grab him the first pick of Vigar.
first pick Vigar is a little interesting. Definitely very punishable by certain things. So see if Lupitas find those things.
Yeah, still could be flexed around though. Could be support, could be an AP carry bot, could be mid. Another pick that immediately looks like, hey, we want to scale again. So if they're going for that plan, gonna have to make sure we play that way in the game as well.
Yeah, and there's
So we
some
got
snap
that.
up Jinx Wukong for Lupitas.
Yep. Jinx has been pretty solid. Just since last season into the season, still's been doing well. And the Wukong, another good team fight jungler who has some good early game fighting. So should lean towards more aggression from the jungle. And we're
Yeah,
hovering that Malphite.
Wukong's very, very good jungler. Again, great skirmishing, 3v3, stuff like that. So he can, especially those grubs and dragon fights, maybe not a full 5v5, but a little 3v3, little 4v4.
Right,
That
right.
double ult charge and armor shred, it's just super valuable.
We got the Malphite Corki. So got the easy engage button on the top lane. Pretty simple pick. So a great one to grab when you're just trying to have a solid laner who's very good at team fighting for you. And then Corki, I believe, still scales really well currently and could still be the Corki mid and the Vigar bot if they wanted. So still leaving those flexes open for themselves.
Yeah, again, I still think a little heavy into the scaling, but
And the LeBlanc pickup going for some hyphy plays if it is against that Vigar, trying to just get him down early. Got the Gwen ban. They said we don't want to give you that scaling champ for game number 2. Leona ban being hovered, potentially locked in for stoners.
yeah, I think LeBlanc's a good pick there. I think he has honestly a pretty favorable matchup into both the Vigar and the Corki. Whichever
Right.
one goes mid, I think he's a pretty
Oh,
favorable matchup into both of them.
change it off for the Zac. Zac has been a very strong pick for both jungle and top, so I don't mind that ban coming out. And the Viego ban coming through once again.
Didn't? Oh no, they did ban it game one. Okay, for some reason I thought Stoner Nation
Now
banned
we're
it game one.
hovering Leona again. Still not a bad ban in my opinion.
Yeah, never bad ban. Again, it's just easy engage tank. Just
I believe it was you on the last cast where we got to see you building the Eclipse Leona build.
yeah, the I kind of messed that build up a little bit. I was supposed to get a tier early and stack that into a Winter, but kind of slipped my mind. So we had make some stuff up on the fly and go for the Sundered Sky, but
Right.
it
You,
all worked out in the end.
you made it work. It was fun. You were having fun triggering Blitz and Foxel.
Yep, and the Nunu here, which means looks like we're gonna have a Wukong top.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Yeah, how does Wukong do in the Malphite? I feel like it's not ideal, but
It's not.
should
I
be
mean, it's
fine.
not great. I don't think it's horrible because your Q does have the armor shred.
Yeah, you
And
have that. You can like you basically have to jump in and Q poke until you can get them low. Now we see the Lee Sin hover. Could be
I do
coming
like
in
the
like
Lee
you called
Sin.
it out. I think I'd prefer Jarvan just 'cause I think he's a little stronger, but Lee Sin is also very good. And we get the lock in. Got that Lee Sin. We're gonna see some early game jungling from Stoner Nation this time.
Yeah, and then we're also looking for boosted support pick here.
Unless if it's a Vanguard support.
Boosted has played Vygar, but I'm not sure if that's in his support wheelhouse.
Or it's
In
a
the
Malphite support. Alright.
blind Braum.
We see the Braum. He can block a couple of shots from Jinx and LeBlanc so far.
Let's see, if we're gonna pick Braum, why are we banning Leona? Is my question.
That's
Kind
a
of
good question.
interesting decision for me. I do like Lupita's giving support counter pick here. Give yourself
The
know,
Nami.
give yourself support matchup diff and help this Jinx, make it through lane phase. I'm not sure. Again, also the Nami into the Braum, because Braum just puts shield, it blocks the whole wave, blocks the Q, kind of
Right.
blocks everything.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of a weird pick because you throw the wave and he just says, "All right, here's the shield."
yeah, I'm just gonna hold this door up real quick. Don't mind me.
So do you think it's gonna be Corki or Vigar bottom?
I think it'll be Corky bottom. Again, Vygar's another thing that I think Redacted does like to play in that mid lane. He
Right,
likes
right.
his control scaling mages in the mid lane, so I do believe that will be going to Redacted in the mid lane with Corky in the bottom lane.
We have the bet up once again for game number 2. Put your points down on which team you think will take it. Do you think it'll go to game number 3 with the Stoner Nation victory, or do you think Lupitas will take him down and get the 2-0 secure?
Yeah, I do like Stoner's Nation draft a lot more this game. I mean, we have easy go button with Malphite, Lee Sin for some early game playmaking. Brahms just always a pretty good champ. And I mean, this LeBlanc, if she can find assassinations onto the Corky Vygar, But other than that, I don't see LeBlanc getting a whole lot of value in this game unless she's just super far ahead.
Right. I'm tossing my points towards Stoner Nation. I'm going to believe in the game 3 coming up. I'm excited. You called out the Lee Sin for Mick for show, and you said he's been looking really good in the jungle. I want to see what he can do on one of these more aggressive early game junglers.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean,
And
that's
just see how it goes down.
when he first joined in house. He's playing Lee Sin, playing the Jarvan. He was rolling people. I mean, It didn't matter who was on his team, other team. He just said, "I'm playing Lee Sin, and I'm gonna carry." So
Yep.
I'm glad to see him, bringing it back out and just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna put this game on my shoulders."
I was think Lee's one of those champs who can do a good job dealing with the shenanigans Nunu likes to do early as well. Where if he does try to invade you, you're pretty good at sticking onto him. So we'll see if he can punish any invades Casual most likely look for once again.
It is a casual classic. Just sneak in your jungle.
And yeah, for stoners, I like the Malphite and the Wukong. I think it's just a solid matchup. You just get to build your armor and be an annoyance in team fights. Vigar, you're just going for the stacking, so as long as you can make it through that early game against LeBlanc, we'll have to see how that goes. And then
Yeah, that
Corky
will be.
Braum seems fine. They might get poked out a little harder from Jinx and Nami, but I don't think it's anything too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, bot lane should be fine. Top lane should be fine. Mid lane's kind of the real rough matchup for Redacted. But again, if he can hold out and still get those stacks, Stoner should be looking pretty good this game.
For sure. And I assume the teams are getting up into the draft for loading into the game.
Negative.
Oh, they're not yet?
We're just sitting in lobby so far.
Okay.
Alright. Well, unless
we
we
put it
have
to a
anything else.
pause.
Yeah, unless you have anything else you want to say about the games, we could toss it to a quick pause while we wait for
Nope.
them to get all ready.
I think we're good.
All right. Well, we'll catch you all in a couple minutes. Enjoy the music, courtesy of Killer Kumquat, and we'll be ready for game number 2, hopefully in a couple minutes.
In the heat of the fire, hearts burn with desire. Victors call to Valhalla, others fall into mire. Blade to blade we stand, rulers of this land. Only one to the light, all others take flight. Echoes on the ground, warriors rage profound. Every step loud and clear, no retreat, no sound. Courage and the ground, warriors rage profound. Every step loud and clear, no retreat, no sound. Fear blend, victory round the bend. In Valhalla we meet, only one's journey end. Night turns to dawn, battle still pushes on. Glory in the air, one will conquer, one be gone. On the ground, warriors rage profound. Every step loud and clear, no retreat, no sound. Echoes on the ground.
Dark and night we rise, axes gleam beneath the skies. Thunder roars, the battle cries. We won't fall, we won't disguise. Storm the gates, our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm we take our flight. Our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm we take our flight. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Keep the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's gate we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. In the chaos we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never fail. For the cause we set our sail. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's gate we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Fight for Ragnarok. go down intense. One last chance, no pretense. Crowds roar loud and wild. Victory dreams we go. Team fights for the crown. Legends never back down. Hearts race and they strive to keep hope alive. Final showdown, here we go. Feel the fire, the warriors glow. Champion pride in every soul. True legends chase the goal. Skill and strategy, enemies it's you and me. Push the lanes, break the walls, answer destiny's calls. Cheers that go through the night, every move precise, bright. Legend fills the air, fearless brave warriors dare. Glory within our sight, through every dark and light. United till the end, together we ascend. Team fights for the crown, legends never back down. Hearts race and they strive to keep hope alive. Final showdown, here we go. Feel the fire, warriors glow. Champion pride in every soul. True legends chase the goal. True legends down and me. Enemies it's you and me. Push the legs, break the walls. Answer destiny's calls. Shields that go through the night. Every move precise, bright. Magic fills the air. Fearless brave warriors dare. Glory within our sight. Through every dark and light. To the light until the end. Together we ascend.
All right, everyone. Sorry for that extended delay there, but as you see, we're getting ready to load into the game. Casters, how are we doing?
We're doing good. Got to enjoy some tunes. Now we're getting in for game number 2. See if Lupitas can clinch the series, or if Star Nation will fight back and force the game number 3.
Center Nation did fight back last week to force Game 3 against HYG. Only series to go 3 games last week, so see if they can keep on the hailstorm of every series. Every week is 3 games. See if they can take that totem.
We haven't had a
Well, we do
3-game
have-
cast yet.
We have Redacted in the game, so he was the captain for that team. He's ready to keep up the mantle.
He's just carrying the baton with him wherever he goes. We're playing 3 games.
What do you think for this game? Think we'll see any invades?
I mean, Center Nation does have Braum. Braum is always an option to invade. But
Yeah,
it looks like they're standing out.
We got Braum, we got Leeson. I feel like they have a good couple of options that could go for it, but still respectable just to be safe, play it out.
Yeah, I do.
We
Would
can't
like
get
to,
any vision for them this
I would
time.
like them. I would like them at least try to walk in somewhere and get a ward down. See where this Nunu's starting. See where he's going.
Yeah, either get their ward or prevent the other team from getting the ward.
Yeah, and no level 1 shenanigans from the bot lane grouping in the bush, so they can at least cover every entrance.
Why did the frost guard cross the road? 'Cause he thought it was a...
Wouldn't be surprised if coming up close to it, Casual tries to walk in, but they do have the ward to spot him now.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can technically navigate that ward if he really tries. I think he can
Right.
maybe navigate it around.
But at least no deep wards this time. Don't know exactly where the Leeson is, so not bad for Star Nation. I like it a lot better than how the first one ended up going for them.
Yeah, I would like to see McFo show path bot. Oh, we are getting the Raptor ward. We're
Hey,
learning.
Redacted got it in there. Attaboy.
Yeah, but say I would like McFo show to path bot lane. You have a Braum. They have have a Nami. You can at least try to blow a flash from Jinx Nami early with Braum and at least in ganks. So
Right.
would
I was-
like to see him path down there.
Blitz and I were joking before the stream started that there'd be stacking champs, so we'd have to keep checking them. So now we got the Vygar to bring that to fruition.
So, I mean, must have heard you. Someone leaked it.
They leaked it. They said we're gonna stack.
Also, interesting cop going with the Dorn's Ring and the Common. Look, going for that poke Malphite lane. And Genos with Ignite. He's going for kills up there. He's all in it.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like if Genos goes out Ignite, he needs to be really aggressive early. Cop will just end up building some armor, make it a lot harder. But I do like to poke Malphite into the Wukong. You definitely don't want to do extended trades with him. So I like the setup for the early build.
Yeah, I guess it's good for his lane. Keeps him, can at least that way he's not just getting constantly, harassed by Genos and just, getting poked down. He's at least poking him back a little bit, try to even that out.
Yeah, one thing you do need to do as the Malphite, I saw that last Q, the Comet didn't go off. Your Q is really mana intensive early for Malphite, so you only want to hit it when you have mana flow band up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna go super fast. So
Yeah.
hopefully you
He's
can
already
manage that.
They're down to about a third mana already on this Malphite.
Yeah, you have to be very safe with it until you stack up the mana flow, and then you can be a little more wishy-washy with it.
Very good trading mid lane by Beeson there.
Yeah, I think Beeson harassing Redacted is the most important thing as far as the laning phase, because if he doesn't get himself an early lead, he'll just get outscaled. A nice double bubble there from Halfling.
Nice double
Unfortunately, the traps come out a little late, but now we've got Lee Sin here. Don't know if we'll be able to get any CC though.
Going a little early on this.
Oh,
Oh,
the Q
he
misses.
just stunned, but we missed the Q.
If the Q had hit, that would have been a kill.
That is tough. You hate to see it.
Well, fourth out the barrier, at least from Dingus, and applies a little bit of pressure for that bot lane. Now he's walking up the river, potentially towards mid, but there's a ward there, and Nunu ganking Redacted. As actually dashing in, Beaston got stunned, and the
There's a cage
shield
down.
just enough to keep Redacted alive. Ooh, barely.
Yeah, that was a little too close for comfort there.
Wait for them, got him out of there. We'll just lose a little bit of farm, but should be able to TP back and only miss a little bit.
Yeah, but that new TP, he's probably missing that whole wave at least. Should
Oh,
be
yeah.
back up in the next wave.
He'll miss a wave, but better than dying. Picks himself up a tier, so he's gonna start that double stacking already. Actually electing to walk back, so he's gonna save that TP.
Yeah, I'm not sure because that wave's definitely pushing away from him. So if he doesn't get there in time, then Blanc just gets to free catch that whole wave. So at least you make her trade her TP back.
I think without the TP, he ends up losing basically 2 waves instead of just using it. But
Yeah, losing the
we'll see
2
how it
wave.
affects him.
LeBlanc already with the XP advantage, it's just gonna grow with these wave managements.
Right. We see a little bit of a farm lead on the Wukong, as Malphite is going for his first back, but that is what I did expect. He's got that Bomb Ascender. I want him to rush the plated steel caps as soon as possible as well. That's
Yeah,
the biggest thing to negate Wukong.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it. I didn't see him get any biscuits unless he was insta-popping them as soon as he got them, so I am kind of curious what he took for a second. If he went for the green tree for some bone plating and, sustainability lane, or if he went for the cosmic and, went some utility in that second tree.
Right. But despite a little bit of ganking action, a couple of missed abilities has kept everyone alive so far in this game.
Yep.
That's how the first grubs are up along with the first dragon. So all the feats are available for teams to pick up. Looking like Lee Sin. Oh, a nice stun there from Redacted. Catches him before the jump back. But he does dodge the W. And now it looks like a trade of objectives where Stoner is on the dragon and Nunu is grabbing those grubs.
I think that's fine for them early game. Just trade them out. Maybe if we did that a little bit last game, could have maybe a little different instead of trying to contest them for these things. Just cross map it, trade it.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep your scaling going, and just
think as long as they get like 1 or 2 of the next grubs, it won't be too bad. They don't have any hyper split pusher for Lupitas this time as well. Now, Cop running down the Nunu on the Scuttle, but
Yeah,
I don't know how much he can really do this.
Yeah, not sure exactly what the purpose size is. We're dropping a wave top for this, and then we're gonna get rolled down on.
Oh, this could be very bad. He's gonna have to flash.
And he could ult out of here. Heals now? No, we're just gonna.
Oh, just walk away. He's
Hey.
perfectly fine.
Hey, he
JK.
just holds it, walked out. All right, he knows Malphite better than I do. Apparently, just
Nice stun there onto Dingus. McShow is here. Can he land the Q this time? Will not get through. Good block by Halfling.
still get the barrier out. Trade 1 sum for 2 sums. Always a good trade.
Yeah, definitely will take it. Still getting some pressure down. LeBlanc is now walking, but looks like they saw her and will back away before anything pops off.
Yeah, I mean,
Nunu still stealing stuff on the blue side jungle.
Yeah, as long as LeBlanc doesn't roam around and get kills, or be able to start solo kill in mid lane, just keep her down. I think Stunners are still in a fine spot.
Right. Yeah, perfectly fine. Like, a little under a 1k gold difference just from the farming, but nothing too crazy. The ult comes through, but will not have enough execute damage. But your 2-gun boosted super low as they're just trying to catch this wave and get back to base safely.
Yeah, boosted went for a kind of little aggressive walk forward and used a shield. Then he just doesn't have it for the retreat back and gets punished for it there.
Right. Looking like Nunu is running towards the bot side, so if they stay here, I think a dive is incoming shortly. Looking like they might know though, because they are backing away, giving a plate to the Jinx, but better than dying. As looks like the red buff will be stolen away, but the cross map as Lee Sin steals the Nunu's red buff.
Yeah, Sunrays do a lot better job this game of just, saying, hey, you can take my red side, I'm gonna go take your red side.
Yeah, a lot more trading than going for the fight when they don't need to.
Yeah, so I think they're playing their comp a lot better because, again, Redacted going the same build, can either stack up that row, going to stack up that tier. He is a long ways away from being online on this champion, so.
Yeah, for sure. Next time we see Redacted, we can get a check on them stacks. See how he's doing. Oh, there we see. He's at 51 so far, so halfway to 100.
Yeah, again, he's doing alright. Down a little CS. We're down CS top lane. Kind of down CS in all lanes, but again, we're only down about a 1k gold lead, and with the scaling, I think that's perfectly fine for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. We see Cop is working towards those plated steel caps, so exactly what we wanted him to pick up next. Once he finishes those, it'll be way harder for Wukong to trade with just the Q poke.
Yeah, and I mean, he can almost just go full armor this game, because I mean, LeBlanc's gonna take, even with the health from those items, it's gonna take a couple rotations of spells to really, work him down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Nunu will do some damage, but again, it's gonna take quite a bit of time to, take him down with just Nunu LeBlanc, just from the health he has. So
There comes the 10 minutes for the empowered teleports. Nunu coming up topside to look for these next grub spawns. We'll see if Lee Sin can respond to it.
yeah, that is the one problem with trading at the exact same time, is that those grubs will be back up sooner than the dragons, so you can't cross map both of them.
All coming out from Redacted onto the LeBlanc, getting them to about half health. Nunu rolling in with the ball, trying to catch him under tower. It looks like he flashed away, but still might be in trouble as the ult is coming through, and he will fall. Casual gets traded back though, so 1 for 1.
Back, though.
Well played by Redacted to make that an even trade.
And Dingus living the 1v3 turret dive bot.
Yeah, really well played by Dingus, just doing a really good job avoiding these ganks, and now Casual Plebs is on these grubs. No one's really around to help fight them, so it looks like it will be 6 to the side of Lupitas to basically enable split pushing if they really want to.
Yeah, and Dingus only blowing the barrier is making Tortuga blow both of his sums in that dive, so really well played by Dingus there.
Casual's actually dead. This is actually just Genos initiated grubs.
Yeah, Genos, Casual got traded on that tower dive,
Oh,
but
Mick for Show does show up. He can grab one of these and prevent
the Nunu is here.
defeat. The Nunu is here. They will get it. That's 2 of the jungle feats, as well as I believe the Furs of Blood went to LeBlanc. Yeah.
I would have liked to see Thunder Nation just say, hey, those years, and again, this dragon's up in 5 seconds, just go to bot side, secure vision, and just, again, They waited long enough. You could have cross mapped the dragon. We just take our 2 dragons. You take your 2.
Right,
You
right.
know, we're just basically playing for Herald at that point, which is
Yeah,
totally fine.
we do need the Lee Sin to get this drag. If Nunu can get it first, that'll just be the feats right there. And then Tortuga getting some alone time with this tower, gets a couple of plates. This looks like Brahms getting some deep wards into the enemy jungle.
Yeah, but so I do.
And now
Redacted did die first mid lane, so they did get the
Yep,
first
yep.
one as well. Lupita, so
So they need one objective or a tower right now. And the dragon is still up.
yep. I mean, they do have the 6 grubs, so if they ever get any alone time with a tower anywhere, they should be able to burst that thing down pretty quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, this
Well-
time Louise in the bush finds the Nunu, but might get rotated on by the LeBlanc first. Getting some fighting
Oh,
as
his
bot
bot
lanes
lane
are
is-
coming up.
All in his
Nice kick with the wave, gets the double knock at Braum.
Oh,
Ult knocks up Jinx, and Nunu will fall, so they have hopefully the objective as long as they win the rest of the fight. A flash over the Chompers to
Big
get the
stun.
kill.
Big stun.
Almost on the Dingus as he gets away once again. This man will not die. Beeson here fighting, dashing out. Should be okay, but is still trying to poke him to keep him away from actually taking this objective. The Leeson is low as they're trying to find him. But now we got the one-on-one going on. Comp versus Genos, and back to the dragon, back to top.
We're all over the place. We're all over the place. Action
they're-
all over the map.
They're punching each other, it's fine. Beeson here still trying to stop him, but Nunu's trying to get in range. We need that Q smite from Lee, and he'll take it down before Nunu can get there. Jungle objectives, 2-2 currently.
You gotta get out though.
Yep, they should be able to walk away. Yep, looks like they're fine, and it will be an infernal dragon for game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I get what Beeson's doing there, but I almost would have had him just
Oh.
walk mid lane.
Ooh! Almost
Big
blows
damage.
up halfwing from the stun. Just needs a couple more stacks on that V-Guard before he gets even scarier.
Yeah, but I would like to see Beeson just go mid, shove that wave. You know,
Up to 58 stacks.
yeah, we lose a dragon, but they're gonna miss this mid wave, and he still gets away with it. He still gets to shove it in and make them drop a wave mid. So
Yep. Doing what he needs to. So, with these grubs, the tower or the third jungle objective is on the table for Lupitas. It's going to be a lot tougher for Stoner Nation, but they still definitely have a chance if we can find some good fights.
you know, got that Herald in a minute 40. I mean, Cop with an early null magic mantle, not
Oh, Cop,
really necessary.
Cop built a chain vest instead of finishing his boots, so I'm now sad again.
Yeah, his build's a little all over the place. If he goes Merc Treads, I'm going to be very sad. Very, very sad.
He
if
went,
goes
yeah,
Merc
he's
Treads.
the null mantle. I don't think he needs MR till like 4th item
I mean-
maybe this
I
game.
mean, we don't need
Who?
more. Oh, Tortuga.
Tortuga? The rocket, one more rocket!
Oh
I
my-
can't get a
he-
range.
He lives again.
Jengus has been like sub 100 health, I think, 4 times this game, and he's just like, nah, it's
Living
fine.
on- I said, someone queue up the Bon Jovi. He's living on a prayer over here.
But they are getting some damage on this bot tower. If they keep the push going, they might be able to just take this one down from under the noses of Lupitas.
I mean, you give Corky, he can hit this thing.
Nami's trying to get back, but it is getting pretty low, and she's the only one around. Oh, they're giving up on it. No, they're being safe, but they didn't need to right there.
Yeah, I don't think they were. Nunu was missing on the map, so they were a little cautious of Nunu rolling down on him behind him. So
They
just
see
that little-
Nunu now,
little
so
presence.
they are back on it, and they get the
Yep.
first tower.
And
There
they-
we
they
go.
get the tower.
So now
Yep.
it's down to the
Down to
next
the Herald.
jungle objective.
Yeah, this bot lane needs to back right now and head straight for that Herald. Otherwise, they're gonna be late.
Yep, looking like we're getting the back end now. Brahms is running up. As we have the Malphite ult. He's kind of healthy enough. Could be a good time for him to just back and go for it.
I was like, he can back TP back in because I mean this fight is everything right now. This is
Yep, the Rift Herald has now spawned. Not getting the back off. We have Casual in the bush trying to be sneaky. Might be
Cop
getting cut out
canceled the
here.
Recall. Cop canceled the recall. Ain't gonna have to burn the flash.
Vigar might be about to walk into a Nunu.
Oh yeah.
They're all fighting right around him in that
Oh
bush.
yeah. Oh, we're going on to Halfling.
It's on
Stun.
Halfling. It's far enough away.
Tortuga gonna jump in.
Halfling will fall. Tortuga getting jumped on by Casual as well as Genos with the ultimate. The Jinx Rocket hits the Vigar. And the stun comes down. The Nunu will flash away, not fall yet. as he is still alive. Genos very low. They're all fighting on bits of health, not dying. The kick comes through. Beeson will fall to the Malphite Q. Genos still in the back
Jeez,
line,
Wheel.
trying to find someone. The Q comes through. Dingus Flare finally dies.
Dingus will
and
die.
it looks like the Rift Herald will go to the way of Stoner Nations. Well played to them to come back and looks like get these upgraded boots. Geno's still here trying to keep him off it if he can. And Nuno is alive. He might be able to come steal it. Got the TP coming through now. Looking like Geno should fall. The Q lands, he will go down. Boosted still alive as they are now catching Casual once again. We take him down and then jump onto Halfling. Yep. Start up that Herald. Let the Lee Sin chase him down if you can. If you can't, just go back and get that objective.
Take the Herald, take your feats.
We have LeBlanc here, but they don't have a smite. Just force it down, get your feats. A nice stun, and the Braum passive gets that. The Blanc will fall to the Vigar ult, gets another kill as they return back to the Herald, and no one can stop them now.
We are just
It goes down! Stoner Nation.
One by one chain inting into this Herald.
They knew they needed it for the feats, but they just couldn't get
Dingus
in there.
Trouble. Dingus in trouble.
He finds a stun, flashes over for the good escape, gets a slow, and the knock on Tortuga. He might just get burned down. The rocket comes through, gets excited, running down Redacted. There is no stopping him. Dingus gets the double kill with the assist from Halfling.
Yeah, the rocket in there is a little interesting, but because I mean you don't have flash. You're just going into Jinx face, who has both thumbs up. That's it's gonna be tough.
And actually, now that it all played out, even though they didn't get any of the grubs, they have two of the drag. The Infernal Dragon is up. If it looks like Lupitas will get this one, but if they can get this for Stoner Nation, they're right on Soul, and they'd be looking fantastic. But
I like what McFishow's doing though.
Yeah,
he just is
getting the mid tower.
Dragon.
Still a good trade as long as he gets that and gets out safely. I don't mind that.
Yep, and you should get 2 crashes on this Herald. Maybe nope. Nuna's gonna.
He ran away, which was smart. He would have gotten collapsed done. As long as he doesn't get caught by this Wukong.
I mean, he could have a pro gamer move, pop in the whip, and take that thing top lane.
Right. Oh yeah, you could have done that. You're true. That's right. I forget how far you can drive that now. But ooh, hiding in the bush, pulling a casual plebs move, finding Genos as he's trying to get back to his tower, and just punching back and forth with him. But now he shows up, but there are 2 more members of Stoner Nation here. Gets the stun, burning him down. His ult comes through. A good interrupt from Boosted with the ultimate. The ult comes through from Cop, catches Dingus, and he falls again. The wave will stop the engage, but they already lost 2 members. Well played, Stoner Nation.
Yeah, great ult by Boosted there. He cancels the ulti and hits the other 2, and they're in the slow field for the Braum ult afterwards, so they're just
Oh, now Genos might be
kind of screwed there.
Trying to stay near tower, but there are 4 members here. He gets stunned from the Braum passive, ult Q, and will fall. McFishow gets out, and the tower will follow. Really well played by them to connect another kill and turn it into a tower, as well as I think... No, the bot tower is already dead. That was the first one they got, but
yeah, bot tower's
farm
been
up
dead.
on Redacted.
But this is what I want to see out of Stoner Nation. You just put McFishow on a playmaker, put him on something early, and just let him go.
It feels way better for the meta, way better for giving them agency in the game, so I've been liking it. They just gotta keep it up with Otacon now spawning, see if they can get that objective for themselves as well.
Yep.
Got some good vision here for Lupitas, but we'll see if they can clear it out safely.
Yeah, Cop did go the merch shreds. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
So it'll help a little bit with being rooted by a couple of the enemy members, but the play steel caps would have been so good for the damage profile. I don't know.
I mean, you're a tank Malphite. If you're rooted for a half second longer, who really cares? Like,
right.
I don't think you're in danger of dying instead of
He does have the Warden's Mail at least now, so that kind of serves a similar purpose. But he could have had both.
You got to had both, and it's almost like our champion scales with armor.
Right.
Kind of a crazy thing there.
Catching Casual as he snowballed into the bush, but was on his toes about the bush gank and escapes without too much damage. And now both teams are posturing around this Otacon.
Yep, Jinx no flash. We do have Malphite ulti, so Dingus needs to play very far back here.
If he sees like even 2 of them together who are squishy enough, I want him to just pull the trigger. And McFish will jump. Gets hit by the chompers though. But the jump in on the backline, Dingus Slayer is falling to Tortuga. The teleport comes in from Beaston, but he's a little late. He's trying to clean it up. Keeping Redacted alive from Genos as he's now focusing on boosting Sandwich. Tortuga is now in the front line trying to flash away and will survive as it goes 2-1 in the fight. And the objective is still up, looking like they're going to want to reset on both sides.
Yeah, Miklasho going for the flash kick there, but flashes straight into the chompers. And,
was unfortunate for him.
yeah, it is quite unlucky. But
Yeah,
that fight was all over the place.
I think for that fight for Star Nation, just like, even if it's just Jinx, if you're in range of Jinx and your Malphite, just ultra. If you see 2 people grouped up, that's good enough. Just ult to get that good engage going. You have a little bit of a gold lead, and you've been team fighting well. So
Yeah.
a little bit of a quick trigger pull that could have worked for McFishow, but still went slightly positive for them in the end.
Yeah, I mean, the problem now is if you go back to Atacon, nobody on Center Nation has Flash. They all 5
Right,
Flash in that fight. And Beeson still has his. Dingus is getting his back up. Halflings will be back up soon, so
Yep.
they will, in theory, have the advantage.
They're clearing out the vision once again, and Tortuga is starting it up while Wukong is top with no TP. So he will have numbers if there is a fight here.
I have found him a little bit of a timer here, but I mean,
See Dingus. Ooh, the stun does hit. He walks back into it and get the auto. So close, Redacted. Oh, the Q lands. What a beast. And Casual and Halfling trying to catch him out, but he has support from his team to walk back to the objective. Wukong is now here, but it's still a 4v5 after the pick and no ADC for that team fight damage. A wave coming through from Halfling, gets a 2-man knockup. A Nunu ult in the bush will channel fully and get a lot of damage down as Braum will fall. Here comes that Malphite up, getting a 2-man knockup as they jump in, trying to find him. We've got Genos in the backline taking out Tortuga, and he will fall, and now he's on Redacted. Just non-focused team fight going the way of Lupitas after a great pick from Stern Nation. McFishow is still up, though. But Genos is here. The rocket will miss, but I don't think he'll win the 1v1, especially with Halfling there making it not a 1v1.
Bonk.
Well played to them to look like secure themselves the objective since Nunu is still up, and that will be another Infernal Drake potentially.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of indecision there from Stutter Nation, because I think Boosted was aware that Casual was ulting in the bush when he got slowed, because he started to back up, but then the rest of the team just kind of funnel in, and just, I think 3 of them take full damage from that Nunu ulti, and that changed the whole fight.
3-man full Nunu ultimate just did so much damage and really swung it. I think if Copt had been able to just notice it immediately and ult into him to stop it, but yeah, they gotta have those comms if you know the ult's going off and be like, back up, back up. And they do pick up that second Infernal Dragon, giving themselves a little bit of that extra power and evening up the objectives. And now after all that fighting, we're back onto basically even gold, so really well played in these last couple of team fights from Lupitas to get themselves back even in the gold graph.
Yep, they are back to even, but again, this Vigar is still scaling, and he's going to massively outscale this LeBlanc.
Yeah, for sure. And we see a little bit of a gap where Lee Sin's got a little more gold. Same way with LeBlanc, and pretty even across the board past that.
Yeah, a little bit of a solo lane lead here for Lupitas. Top and mid, both up about 500 to kind of even out that jungle difference.
We do know we get that free gold on the Vigar sticks.
Yep.
And now good block there from Boosted, saving the knockup from his carry, but getting followed up on as the rest of the team come on with the Malphite ultimate. Won't go through, but does now hit it on Casual. They have the Otacon buff, so only 100 gold given over, and goes back to the fountain. Meanwhile, top and bot lane getting split push by Wukong and LeBlanc, picking up some tower gold for themselves.
Using those 6 scrubs.
Yep, getting that value in finally, and actually giving themselves now a slight gold lead. So good use of the buff, go in for a fight when it doesn't really matter if you die, and just take advantages elsewhere.
Yeah, I would like to see somebody on Sonar Nation get heal cut besides the Braum.
Oh, Beeson caught, gets hit by the ult. and gets the kill, but it is the Otacon buff, so just plus 100 gold once again.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, if Halfling gets a W off in this fight and it's just bouncing around, that's a good amount of heals. Lee Sin or Nunu queuing thing is going to heal. Wukong with those items going to be healing. So there's a good amount of heal going on Lupita's side. So Teal Cut might be in order.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we've got the scaling coming through. We see Corki finish his Muramana, has the Triforce. Vigar finished the Roa and the Archangels, right?
Yep, we got got our double tiers stacked up, ready to go.
They're getting through their upgraded boots as well. Oh no, it's Seraphs. I think Archangels turns into Seraphs.
Yep.
But yeah, they're getting their items, so being very even, but a lot of fight buff increases coming through for Stoner Nation. If they can get back on track with these dragons as well, if we actually go 2 more dragons that one team can get, that soul will be huge. And a Baron is always up if there's ever a big team fight for one team.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, especially if Southern Nation get that Infernal Soul with a Corki Vigar, that is very hard to play against.
Can be spooky. But we see good poking in from Lupitas, getting some vision in the enemy topside jungle as we're setting up vision games around this Baron. And now we see the basic wet noodle fight going on between Malphite and Wukong right now.
Yeah, also really hoping Dingus goes for a Last Whisper item.
Snowball from out of nowhere.
I mean, he's gonna get. Someone has to get through this Brahmin Malphite that are just stacking armor.
Right. Yeah, we want to see a Last Whisper on Jinx, hopefully next item.
Yeah, looks like also Wukong's going for the Black Cleaver, which I think is also a really good buy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if Lupitas can get a reset for Jinx,
yeah, Wukong potentially flanking mid could be a good setup, but looks like the rest of the team is not there to capitalize. This Nunu is so fast with these snowballs. 2-man knockup into the 3-man knockup with the Wukong ult, gets kicked back under tower. Corki is alive, but they are very low from that great engage. But so far, 1-0 as far as the lives lost.
And a double flash from the bot lane, forced out by Redacted with the baby cage there.
Ooh. Well, really well played to survive that really good knockup combo. And as long as they can get back on the map quickly to defend these objectives, that's a big win for Stoner Nation there.
Yeah, I mean they got 30 seconds on Dragon, so they can definitely be back out on the map. Genos will be dead. No TP available on the Wukong.
Yep.
Well, they should have a man advantage for a little bit.
Oh, be careful there, Cup.
Redacted is getting a late back, so he does have TP, so he should be able to TP back and get to this fight.
Yeah, I'm sure. As long as they don't go too hard before he can get there. Looking like they're fighting back this control around the dragon. They want to get this soul point for themselves.
Yep.
Pushing up the mid lane, which is smart, and then they're trying to get a little bit of vision control. Just got to make sure they rotate back in time to try to catch anyone.
Yeah. But Lupitas has not gotten a back off after that fight in mid lane before, so they are sitting probably on quite a little bit of gold in their pockets for this fight.
Yeah, for sure. But now it is the 5v5. Vigar's a little far away. We got to be careful as far as Stoner Nation not to get caught, and the dragon is now up. Beeson trying to get a little poke on Cop, but he now has that Grave Visage. Or no, the Spectre's Cow. That's what that one is. Spectre's Cow, as the dragon is half health. Both teams have a really good execute. We have the kick away from Nunu as he goes for the ult, and the fight is breaking out. Top jumps onto the Jinx in the back line on with Tortuga, but Genos is there trying to burn him down with the ultimate, takes down Tortuga, but now in the back line. Big for Show is jumping on all of them. The dragon goes the way of Lupitas, and now the stuns are coming through, but it's still 3-on-3 with Casual Plebs trying to run him down.
Yeah, I mean they did a good job getting on the Jinx early, but I mean there's a Wukong and a Long behind him. They kind of just had him corralled in that dragon area. Just real hard fight for Thunder Nation to fight back there.
Lee Sin might be able to jump in here, get a lot of damage. Just got the clone there. Nunu's coming through with the ball of speed, but he's just taking a lot of damage. The next shot will take him down. Great Q there from Redacted, gets the kill. So it gets a little bit of payback, but they did lose that dragon, which makes it very scary in 4 minutes when the dragon's up for the soul. Oh, didn't quite get the hit.
So close.
Would have been big.
Yeah. Jinx does have that last whisper now, so she will be able to get through these tanks a little bit easier, but it's also hard for her to really find uptime with this Malphite just
Yeah, just
beelining
jumping on
for
her
her.
face.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for her to play.
Yeah, well, right now the scary part for stoners is when that dragon's up, if they give over the soul with 4 stacked infernal drakes, that'll be a huge amount of team fight damage for the Lupitas.
The good
But
news is Redacted should have Death Cap by the time that fight comes around. So he
Yeah,
will be a very, very big part of that fight. I would
should
like
be
to see
getting
them
very
play for him a
close.
little more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Play to that, have them come, have the Wukong, the Nunu come into them.
Yeah, I think
But-
they had a good setup. Just they started the drag while they knew Nunu was there, and it's so hard to take a 50-50 objective with Nunu because he does so
Yeah.
much execute damage with the bite.
Yeah, I mean they all walked together through the choke, and then Wukong and LeBlanc were just waiting in the wings and wait for them to walk past, and then just hit them from the back. So
See Casual being a speed demon once again, just running with the snowball, running out. And getting not too much poke down, but still just being a huge annoyance as far as trying to exist in this game and not get picked.
yeah, but I say this might be the most impact I've seen a 158 Nunu have on a game. But
Right.
Gino's caught
Gino's
here.
caught out, cannot get out with the cage, gets taken down, but burns Elite and a Vigar ult. Nunu coming in, misses the snowball, and might be getting run down as he went too close without a way to proc, but he runs out with the help of the Nami wave. Gets stunned up though, the W
Cage.
comes through, the ult comes through from Malphite, but he gets the Zonios, flashes away once again. Oh my gosh, this fan just dodges everything. And he gets a nice heal from the Chomp, but now it's very low, we'll have to reset. But we've seen how fast that snowball is, he'll be back on the map very quickly as they start up this Baron. They're trying to burn it down in time, I think they can, but Nunu's going to be running straight here. They get that ward down, they know they're on it. I think
Nunu's
they're
coming.
just committing right here. They don't have the
Nunu's
ult.
rolling it down. Can he get there in time?
Get
Oh,
it
not
just
quite.
in time. Had the correct guess on the timing, but it was a little closer than you want for comfort.
Yep.
And Blitz saying we're at 253 on those stacks on Vigar. He's getting up there with all that free AP. Has
And he
the death
Finish
cap
death-
completed?
finish
as well.
the death cap. He is official raid boss status.
Now we got the next big objective, a minute and a half on that Infernal. Which
Almost
is
to that
huge
1000
for
AP mark.
Lupitas. I think that's their main win condition right now, is just getting that final dragon.
Yeah, I mean they can still win a fight if they can keep the Jinx alive. She has flash
929
backups,
AP.
so she can flash the Malphite ulti, and then they just burn the Malphite down.
Yep, and
And-
we see the last whisper being worked on currently, so that'll be very helpful.
Yeah, but,
The-
I mean, if they can get Jinx excited in this fight, I mean,
Oh,
she,
yeah,
she
yeah.
can still run through this fight. Just gotta make sure not to,
Not to
get
run
excited into a
scary
cage.
person.
Yeah, don't get excited into the cage.
Don't get excited and get too close to Vigo. And now we see taking the Scuttle Crab in the bot river, trying to clear out this vision, setting up for the dragon. Very smart by them. Gotta make sure we don't get picked by anything. We know Tortuga can run at you very quickly. And we've got Vigar pushing up the bot lane. Should be safe, but just make sure he's able to rotate once a fight breaks out over this objective. Takes that tier 2. Very nice for him. I think it's plus. Is it still like
Yeah, we're
plus 600 or 700 gold on those towers?
Yeah, it's a big chunk, but
Got the Q, but won't take the Lee syndrome and jump into your own death.
true. Oh, Redact on a flank though. He's got
Got the flank, got
a
the
crazy
cage.
angle here.
They find Halfling, but he has to flash out. Gets the knockup, gets the ult down.
Oh,
Going
two-man
all
ulti.
in as they take him down. Nunu in the back line, taken out by Tortuga and Vigar, as now Genos takes out the Corki, but will get out. They don't chase him once he goes into the clone. Oh, the stun comes through on the LeBlanc and he will die. Looks like they can take this tower, and I want them to turn back for Dragon right after. Go to Dragon right now.
That is a bit of a tilter because the baby cage is gone on your screen, but it lasts for that half second more, and you just
Right.
you think you
Looking
can
like-
W out. And you just
Looking
get
like they
stuck
want to
with it.
keep pushing. I'd really rather them just take the objective off the map.
I mean, they have the Baron, so I mean, I think still pushing and keeping the tempo up is fine. So you can.
Ooh, a nice ultimate there from Redacted, taking down the Wukong, getting even more. Gets 2 Nexus or inhibitor turrets.
Yeah, I think now's a good time.
Running to Dragon. They have 10 seconds till Nuna's up, so as long as they can delay him, it's alright. But
Yeah, you just have your two beefy boys of the Malphite and the Braum just kind of play bodyguard and just make sure you can't snowball all the way down there.
yeah, I'm sure. There we see the snowball coming through. We see him on the
he's
minions.
coming, though.
We need Braum to just run up and block it.
They're going.
There you go.
The
Yep.
bodyguards are here.
Oh, your job is
The
just to keep
bouncers.
him from getting to the dragon. You don't have to do anything else. Don't let me get close to it.
The
There
club
you go,
is
alright.
full. There's no more room in this club for you, Mr. Nunu. The
3-3.
bouncers,
Oh,
they know.
tries to flash to block it. Doesn't quite get it from boosted, but they do get the objective. Both on on Soul Point now, as we're pushing mid lane once again, but no Baron buff.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I think some of Thunder Nation is not back, so again, once again, sitting on quite a bit of gold.
Yeah, this
So
is
I'd
one
like
where I'd like the reset more.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
the
it back off.
ball hits the dead tower, unfortunately for Casualites. He might be getting himself picked out from it. Gets knocked up, gets kicked back, gets the Zonia's coming through, but they're all backing up. Taken down as the ult comes through. Geno's falling as well. 5v3 as they're looking for the end and force of game number 3. They have just too much tankiness that we talked about in that front line. They're burning down these towers. Oh, the Jinx gets hit by the stun from Vigar and will fall. Now it's just LeBlanc and Nami trying to hold these two towers.
We have
Don't
flash
think
up on
they
the
can,
Jinx.
though.
We could have just flashed out.
We got another stun. He's hitting all of them. Beaston falls that one as well. Kill goes to Tortuga as the Nexus towers fall. Another baby cage for Halfling. Will they take that kill? They do. Get the ace and the Nexus, taking us to game number 3. Well played, Stoner Nation.
You up the
really
silver scrapes.
Good adjustment. Yes, queue up them silver scrapes for game number 3 if possible. Or I know our version of it, which Killer Kumquat had made for us.
But yeah, again, a lot better game there for Thunder Nation. Play into the win con again, just cross mapping, not trying to take early engagements, just let the Vigar scale. And again, he got to the point where he kind of just won the game.
Yeah, for sure. We see that scaling came through for Redacted, almost dealing 40,000 damage. Ridiculous KDAs for basically everyone on the side of Stoner Nation. And yeah, I agree. We went from the Gwen to the Lee Sin, and it felt way better. You had a lot of impetus on the map where you could.
He's got that agency. He can go make plays. He can set the team up with kicks. He can he can play make. Let your high salary man make the plays for you.
I got to trade 2,000 channel points with Blitzkrieg from the game as well, because we're the ones betting right now. But we'll take it. And I don't know how quick they're going to get into this. If we want to take a break now or wait for them to do the draft and then take a break before we get into the game. What are you feeling?
I mean, if we're gonna sit in lobby after draft, give it a minute. All right, sounds like a break to me.
If we can, we'll toss it to a quick break. Hopefully get up either Silver Scrapes or our version of it for you. Get some of those tunes, and we'll be back for the conclusive game number 3.
Lights go down intense, one last chance, no pretense. Crowds roll out and wild, victory dreams beguiled. Team fights for the crown, legends never back down. Hearts race and it's life to keep hope alive. Final showdown, here we go. Feel the fire, the warriors glow. strategy. Enemies, it's you and me. Push the lanes, break the walls, answer destiny's calls. Cheers, echo through night, every move perfect and tight. Summoners call her clear, night of glory drawing near. Final showdown, here we go. Feel the fire, the warriors glow. Shining bright in every soul. True legends chase the goal.
All right. So we're back, getting ready to get into draft.
Yes, sir.
Pulling up the draft lull. Got the spectator up.
And yeah, really like the adjustments from Star Nation for that game. Have impact from the Lee Sin. See if we can't repeat that once again. Potentially, we'll see a Lee Sin ban.
About to say, I
Or,
don't think he's getting his hands on that Lee Sin again.
but I like the idea. As long as we get another lineup with a similar play style, I'll be happy. What kind of adjustments did you want to see as far as Lupitas?
I mean, get rid of that Lee Sin, get rid of that early playmaking from Mikvasho. Honestly, maybe even double down with the Jarvan. Kind of take him off those early game, aggressive junglers he can play make on. But other than that, I mean, again, I think they're doing fine. It just, maybe I think also something a little more consistent from the mid lane. I think LeBlanc's a little flippy sometimes. So just something more consistent out of the mid lane, and then I think other than that, just again ban the early things from Mick for show. Get your mid laner on something more, more team fighty. Because I mean, these teams are scrapping.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like the idea of the LeBlanc, but it's one where you really need to get that early lead to kind
Yeah,
of shut down the Vigar.
Yeah, you get that early lead, or I mean, you got to be really trying to find those pockets of vision that no one sees, and one tap of Corki, one tap of Vigar out of fog somewhere, and you just couldn't really find those pockets that game.
Right.
Again, the Blanc's kind of chant that when it goes well, you look like a god. You're just 1v9. You just take it all yourself. But when it looks bad, it looks real bad.
Yeah, like you said, you just have to be really good at being sneaky and catching out people really don't think you'd be.
Yeah, I mean, like that one dragon fight, that third dragon fight, or the third infernal. So I guess was it the fifth dragon? Again, him and Wukong did a really good job.
For
Him
the
and
first
Wukong did
point.
he did a really good job of they all walked in together and they waited till they passed, and you get straight access to the back line, and Redacted's having to flash away into weird spots, and he can't really get in the fight. So he did a really good job that fight, and again they won that fight. They get the soul point, and it's looking good. But other than that,
Yeah.
wasn't a big impact to that game.
Also, just despite the fight going bad for them, the Pitas was doing a really good job setting up for themselves to get those upgraded boots from the feats. But then when they had that long scrap where they kept going in, they kept like dying one at a time, trying to get back into it to get that rift. They kind of set them behind a little bit for the game as well.
Yeah, at some point you just gotta say a loss is a loss, and they get it. Just
And there we see the Vigar coming through. So we don't want to see that free scaling once again from Redacted.
Yeah, I mean, it's the free scaling. The cage is just so much space made for, pretty much for free. So it's just a real pain to play against. Lupita's also banning the Vladimir away from Redacted.
Yep.
Sion and Shaco on the other side. We're gonna finish out the Draven. So we're not gonna ban the Lee Sin. That is, we're still holding this Draven ban for some reason.
I get the idea of it. I think they're just afraid of Tortuga doing really well on it and just dictating the bot lane on his own. But yeah, that Lee Sin was very good. But they do pick up the starter, which has been
insta
very
snap
strong.
Skarner. Insta snap up that Skarner.
I do like that as a prio pick. I feel like it's a very good champ.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have liked to see
Maybe
Stunner Nation ban that instead of the Amumu. Like I understand the Amumu he's green, but I mean Skarner's also green. You know, he's got green. You
Yeah,
can ban them both.
You see the green on the side of his head there? He's a green jungler. And we got the Malphite pickup once again. Did really well for him last game. May as well play it again.
Yeah, I mean again, if that's was you know, if that was their best answer was the Wukong
Amidst
with
Fortune.
Ignite. Again, his fortune is I think really strong right now. Again, I know I watched a little bit of LEC the other day, and I mean she was very high prio for a lot of those ADCs. I think she's
Gotcha.
she's
All right.
very strong right now in
Yeah,
the current meta where ADCs stand. I think she is.
I'm a little
She is in
out
the
of the meta.
yeah, she's in the upper echelon of ADCs right now. So I like the pick, and I mean, just those two. That is a nasty wombo of just Malphite ult with the MF over the top.
I do like the Trundle now. It is annoying laning against the Malphite, but it's really nice for team fights where you just steal all his tank stats.
Yeah, that is the Giga Tank that you like to ult. No, you're the Giga Tank.
It will be a much harder laning phase though, so if he tries to play it the same way as game 1, he might get himself in a little bit of trouble. I think this is the matchup where Malphite wants to do the grass build at max W.
Yeah,
Because then if
just slap him.
Trundle tries to slap fight with you, you do way more. Because you can
Yes.
slow his attacks and just get the
Yeah,
extra damage.
Yeah, the E attack speed flow is real tough on Trundle. Gonna see the Victor come out. The next in line of the scaling control mage midges. Yeah, control made midge. No, I can't talk.
Control, Scade, Skitches. Gotcha.
Yes, those things. Whatever those things are.
And the Ezreal coming out for some of that safe poking. We saw do really well game 1 for them. I've heard Victor's very good right now. Again, I've been a little bit out of playing for a little bit, so I haven't seen it too much, but that's what I've heard. If you can confirm or deny.
Yeah, no, Victor is very strong. I mean, it's just another scaling mage mid. I can say it now.
Right.
But yeah, he's
then-
just very strong. Get those passive stacks up and
Get your
get those
enhancements.
abilities evolved and
We see the Karma and Rise bans from Stone Nation. Don't want to give the Karma Ezreal lane again. Was too annoying from game 1, so I like those. I assume Rise is just a targeted ban to their mid laner. And then the Wukong taken away. I guess you already know you're against the Trundle. I don't really get why you ban Wukong here. Because you see Trundle and you see Sterner.
yeah, I mean, I think
I
they're
don't know
just
who's
trying to.
going to play.
Yeah, I mean,
And the Lee. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I'm talking about the wrong side. JK.
Yeah.
No, those are good, but I think you had called out it should have been Jarvan Lee Sin right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that giving them Jarvan's okay. Because I mean, again, your AD carry is Ezreal, so I mean, if he does EQ ult, Ezreal just presses E and he's out of there. So I mean, I don't think it's the worst thing to give them J4 here. It's gonna be a little tough early because just the early aggression he'll show.
Right.
But I think for the most part, giving over Jarvan's not the end of the world
There's
here
the
for them.
Leona.
Yep, the halfling Leona. Ezreal Leona is quite a disgusting lane, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is very, very strong because when you lock him down, Ezreal gets free Qs off. Leona does enough damage on her own to do, almost solo pretty much any AD carry she wants.
fair.
You add an Ezreal ult or a Q on top of it, and this MF is going to be not have a good time.
And the Oriana, the classic safe mid lane pick.
Yeah,
Some
I would
pretty good scaling.
expect to see boosted back on Braum again here. I mean, it's just really good into their team. The Trundle and the Skarner are running into you. You can block again, Leona too. You can block Ezreal bullets. You're a tank. I think the Braum's a really good pick here for Sutter Nation.
Yeah, any kind of like tanky engage support, I would like.
The Seraphine.
That is not a tanky engage.
That could not be farther from a tanky engage support. I mean,
Hot.
It still works because you can do you have your big ultimate charm, you have your roots from your E's.
yeah, we are full wombo on the side of Stoners Nation. We get a Malphite ulti with a MF ulti over the top, J4 flying in, a Seraphine ult over the top, Victor ult over the top, and they're all in on this wombo.
Yep, still a lineup I like from them, reminiscent of game number 2. So I like the Stone Nation lineup. Lupitas, I like a lot of their picks as well. So I think it's really anyone's game for this game number 2. And
Yeah, I
the
mean,
prediction gambling is up. Get your points in if you would like to enjoy the gambling with us.
yeah, I think Stoner's Nation is draft's a little easier to execute. It's just everybody press R on the same target, and that target should die. But I mean, again, they have Ezreal, who's again the safest AD carry. He can E himself out of a lot of it. Orianna, maybe not so lucky. And then, but other than that, I mean, if Leona Skarner, who are just kind of beat ball tanks up there, they're not going to do a whole lot of damage later in the game. Trundle's probably going to want to be in a side lane somewhere, so.
Yeah, it is another game where if they can focus on those grubs again and get 6 for Trundle, you can just win through side lane.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little harder because again, the Malphite laning phase is a lot easier for him, so he should be able to hold his own in that lane.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
much better lane than when they were forced to Galio into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean Victor still can do, he can still at least fight at those early objectives on like a Vigar or Nivea that just, we're gonna buy Roa, we're gonna buy tier, and we're gonna scale for 20 minutes. He's much
Right,
more
right.
of a, he's definitely okay with fighting. Because if he can get some of those assists and takedowns, he can really, really accelerate that passive.
Yeah, are we excited to see game 3 of the tier Roa build from Redacted?
If he goes tier Roa game 3, I'm chucking this beer. I don't know what to do after that.
I can't handle it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping Lupitos wins just so I can ask him what this Draven ban is that they're just holding on to every game. I
Why?
don't know if that's like a
I think it makes
PTSD
sense.
ban.
It's just one that Tortuga is pretty good on. I think is just what they're doing. So I guess they're just afraid of that pick in particular from him.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I mean, I
we'll
guess,
have to
but I
see.
mean, you could just play Varus Braum, and what does he do? What does he do?
What can do? But we're getting on into their draft, so we'll be into this game in hopefully a little over 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if Casual could find some of these cheeky gank angles on the Stronger coming through walls. I think it's a little more known now than when right after he came out when he's just flying over every wall and it's just oh, there's a Skarner behind me. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. But still
But
very annoying to have to deal with.
yeah, still you gotta warden a couple weird spots here or there to kind of see that gank coming where it's usually I just put a ward here every game. Well, no, there's a Skarner. I need to put this ward here so I can see him earlier. Otherwise, by the time I see him on that first ward, I am dead.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we got Zabel out here being Cop Nation. Hopefully you got to catch some of game number 2 and see him popping off with some good Malphite ultimates.
So hope to see some more in game 3.
Yep, we'll see if he wants to go with the Comet build again and just do the cheese wheel. Too busy 2-0ing HYG. Spoilers, but well done, well done. All right, we're coming to game number 3. You think we're gonna see any invades this time, or another 5-point?
If it is, it's definitely from Lupita's side. And give Leona got the Skarner, Ezreal Qs, Orianna Ball. You can check for check bushes for vision if you want to. So I definitely think they can. I'm not sure they will. I think we'll probably see more of a standard 5-point, but they could if they wanted to.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I don't think Skarner beats Jarvan in early levels, so I don't think we'll see any invade shenanigans from casuals this game.
Yeah, because
But
Carter normally likes to rush the Heartsteel right now, so it takes a little bit
yeah,
of scaling up on those items.
yeah. I mean, again, he can maybe try to, like, if he knows where he's starting, E over a wall and try to sneak something away real quick, but I don't think we're gonna try to invade for first blood.
Yeah. I'd give it. And we'll see once again if there's any quick early wards to catch out the pathing of the other team's jungler. So far, both teams that had the little bit of ward for that little bit of information has won the game. So, I mean, clearly that'll tell us who's going to win game number 3, right?
True, and I think Blue Side's 2-0 this series, so Southern Nation
True,
hope they can break that trend.
Blue side OP so far.
True, I would like to see McFusho go for the red into level 2 gank mid on your way to bot side, just a little drive by. See if he can just blow Ori Flash for free.
Yeah.
The El Clasico Jarvan path of red into gank mid.
He is very good with those ones. Just needs that level 2 for the EQ.
Yeah, because I mean, I think mid's the only real lane as Jarvan you can consistently, try to have pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like bot lane, Ezreal does the out. Trundle can pillar you potentially.
Yeah, I mean, once Malphite's 6, you can try to pay the Trundle a visit.
Oh yeah. Or
But
if
I
the
mean,
Trundle just like overextends, you just catch him when he's too far up. But yeah,
yeah,
mid's the easiest to kind of go for. Though it is a little
yeah,
tougher now with the bushes being farther away.
yeah. I mean, again, I like more of the, especially red side. You go bot side and you just come by enemy raptors and come that little walkway and just
Right.
come behind him if there's no vision in there. Because again, if you blow a flash with an EQ early, once you hit 6, you just come back by, you alter.
EQ
Vic,
ult.
yeah, Victor puts W down. She's not moving for good 4 seconds, and by that time, between Darwin and Victor damage, she's not living.
If Victor gets behind, it's hard for him to play this game. Yeah, that's true. But I think
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of tanky.
he can range pretty well. So
Yeah, there are
I think
a
he
lot of
should be
tanky,
fine.
boys for Victor to try to power his way through.
Right. So yeah, we'll have to see how the objectives go. We're going for those feats once again. Stoner Nation was barely able to pull them off last game, but used them effectively to get that victory.
True.
So
Fighting
let's
for the feet picks. Let's go.
see who can take the series overall.
Very sad to see Aftershock Leona, no PTA, no no Eclipse Leona. I'm sad, but
So sad. Boomy says, "Where is my cheesy build? Come on now."
where is my damaged Leona? I mean, again, you got a Skarner, you got a Trundle that can ult him out fight. I mean, you got tanks. Get some damage in there.
Although to be fair, even when you go tank Leona, you still do enough damage where you can basically still solo.
Yeah, you do a lot of damage, but I mean, you like that. Especially the only build. I mean, that Victor, MS, Seraphine, they are all one shottable.
Right. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of a group up from the red side, but still mostly 5-pointing. Dropped a ward in the tri-bush to keep it safe.
No cleanse from Tortuga is a little interesting in my opinion. I feel like every time if there's an enemy Ashe, enemy Leona, I think cleanse is just better. Because I mean, if that Leona ever gets on you, you're cooked, my boy.
Yeah, and they have the Skarner ult you could cleanse as well, so it could have been a very high value one, but like in that barrier, we'll have to see if it comes in handy or if he'll be wishing he had that cleanse.
Yeah, I mean, especially even as Leona's side, I mean, if they have cleanse, it just feels so much worse because like you go in, you're like, yeah, I got him, oh, and he's gone.
Right. Look like we might get a little bit of a cheese start here from Halfling and Dingus. See if anybody walks up to that bush too soon and gets chunked out.
Yep, and I also got to see the mini game of Boosted taking heal. So if he gets that heal off before Halfling gets the ignite down, or if he's gonna get that less value.
Right. They do have the double range, so it's a little tougher for them to just walk up to him when they pop out.
And the
Nothing going, and they do get poked out pretty well.
They got big trade.
So got the counter cheese going on actually.
Yeah. No vision from either team on anything, any jungler starter pathing. McFusho not going for the level 2 gank mid. Maybe we get the level 3 gank.
He just heard you say you wanted it to happen. He's like, no, I don't feel like it.
How about no?
You can't tell me what to do.
How about we just full clear on Jarvan? That's what I like to do.
Maybe we'll kill the birds and then we'll swing by Beeson real quick. We're actually getting some poke down early, but is about halfway through his mana bar already.
Yeah, but the Victor with the Q early is very hard to trade against because he gets the shield, so your trade back is almost negated, and that laser beam just does a lot of damage early. So the early Victor trading pattern should be good for him in this lane.
Yep.
Once Orc gets a few points in W, should be able to even the trade out a little bit.
No one did get that early deep jungle ward, so we don't have any giveaway of the winner of the game, unfortunately.
Yep,
But we're doing the double full clear.
too early to call. I am surprised to see Jarvan a little faster on the clear. I think Skarner should out clear the Jarvan, but apparently not this game.
I guess I might have had just a mistake in the pathing somewhere.
Yeah, I must have made a reset a camp somewhere or something, because there in no world should Jarvan be finishing his blue and Skarner's still finishing blue and has Grom to do.
Right.
That's just
Oh,
illegal.
we get the jumping from Leona, gets the stun on Tortuga, but the poke
We're
has
just
been coming
started.
on to Dingus. They're ignoring him, gets the barrier out. Now Tortuga low, but Dingus lower.
That's Ignite Barrier down for no sums on the side of Stunner Nation. Very good job by their bot lane.
Jarvan is looking bottom, so we're gonna have to see if they go for this dive. Looks like no, as he's channeling the back.
Yeah, I mean, it's still Ezra with
Yeah.
Flash. Your Seraphine's low on mana. Your MS half HP, a little less than half mana.
Right,
And there's a Leona's in the lane. Like, it's a
Would be
pretty
a
hard
little
dive
scary.
to pull off. That's a little hard of a dive to pull off.
We see Cop did go for the cheese wheel build once again, which is still fine.
Yeah,
Could have gone
still-
for the brawler one if you wanted to. I think it would have been slightly better, but it's not that big a deal.
They're enacted.
Redacted
taking a lot of
very low.
damage.
Flashes might not have had to, but opts to be safe, and we'll go for the back and probably teleport.
Yeah, I think you just gotta just respect Flash. As soon as you see the Skarner coming over, just flash out of there. Keep your health.
Yeah,
and
if
stay
he
in lane.
was gonna flash, he needed to flash right when he saw him.
He canceled his back. He's staying.
Oh, Alright, he's
staying
being
this
very
way.
risky. He might pay for it, but we'll have to see.
And B-Sin is screaming for help right now. Hey, please, somebody come kill this guy.
This is illegal.
We have
Yep.
no Flash Victor at 200 HP. Somebody please.
Looking like he's gonna
But-
get that back off
yeah.
now.
We cleared some of that wave out. Looks like it's stuck right in front of his tower, so good time to bag.
Cop's
Little
having the
TP back.
fun of having to build up your mana flow band on Malphite once again. Once he gets there, it won't be too big of a deal.
Yep. Is down quite a
Little
bit of
low
CS
mana.
early though. Does have
Yeah.
a kind of big wave to catch up, so maybe he'll catch up some of it, but
I think it's mainly just a little bit of mis-CSing, but it's again your Malphite. It's not that big a deal.
yeah, he can be down 15 CS and we're chilling.
He better build Flame Steel Caps this game, though. I mean, against a Trundle, like you gotta.
Nah,
build
what do you
this-
mean? There's Leona, there's a Skarner. Pillar slows you. I mean, it's a great Merc Chess game. What are you talking about?
You're right. My bad. I mean, if you didn't build it last game, I don't see why I'd build it this game, since there's a lot more AP to deal with, but we'll have to see. AP and CC. We got Skarner sitting in the wings, but
Oh, he's
I
coming.
now know he's here. He gets boosted, pulled away from tower with the exhaust.
Did not quite get the stun onto the wall though. If he gets
I
the
know.
stun, boosted might be dead. But
That was the Ezreal W. But yeah, didn't get the stun. Gets a little bit of traded health, but looking like this time the reverse trade where Casual's gonna look for the dragon and McFishow is on these grubbies.
we're just
Tortuga
going
getting
backwards.
very low, able to walk away with the ignite from Leona ticking, but will not kill him.
Yeah. I'd also like to see Cop get a Bramble early in this lane because the Trundle, especially with that Vamp Scepter, is going to be healing a lot.
Oh yeah, that'll be an important one as well.
Yeah, I think once he gets to the Steel Caps and Bramble, I think he can then, at that point, try to fight. He can at least go even in the lane with the Trundle, but until then, I think for now he's not going to be having a good time.
Got the sixes coming through.
Oh,
So if they
half
did
maybe.
fight, Trundle could win with his ult, but if he ever ults, Malphite can just Q and walk away.
yeah. I also don't like the Cull on Tortuga because, I mean, again, Ezreal's going to spend his 400 gold on that tier. If you can just get raw stats, even just with a longsword, you have that build advantage. You can try to, exploit that in the lane phase.
Right. Gets the pillar coming down, chomping Cop a little bit, but
I mean,
You know,
again,
it's-
Cop's doing a good job on this lane so far.
it's Malphite and Trundle. It's pretty free.
Yeah, you're down
We
a
have
little
him
bit.
show
They are
there. We get
ulting
the
low.
ultimate coming down. He's gonna try to ult on Trundle to help keep him healthy. As the knockup comes through, the flash comes out, but he's just high enough under tower and
Oh
gets
no!
the first blood.
Oh
Nick Michaud
no!
dying to the tower. That's tragic. Well played there, Genos getting the counter kill on the misplay. A nice stun here coming in for Tortuga. As he will get chunked out, but is now low. Casual Plebs is here going for the stun. This time hits it on the far wall. Flash ult gets the double, both going to Ezreal. It's a huge play. Now 3-0, winning on both sides of the map for Lupitas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take it away. I mean, it was very well played by Casual, but we have double flash up bot lane. We should not be dying to this. Like this, like again, is boosted. You see this runner coming, just flash. Just
Right.
accept. Hey, you got me. I'm out of here.
Mick
You just
showing up on the bot lane, but nothing really going.
Okay, you flash back. He flash ult after you. Okay, we trade flashes. You got me, but now he gets to kill you for free. Then flash when you're 80 carry and ult him. And we don't flash away from that, so then we get both of them. Double kill for the Ezreal. He's well on his way to that Triforce.
Yep.
It is looking grim.
Feeling good for them.
Domination.
They have the first blood. They have one stack of the jungle monsters. Just need 2 more of them or a tower to get those boots. And along with the kills, have a couple of lanes that are up a little bit in CS. So sitting on just over a 1k gold lead here, coming up on 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is, I would like Mick Show to go mid here. You EQ ult the Ori, she flashes, that's fine. Your ult cooldown's a lot lower than that flash. You just come back and rinse and repeat, do it again. And she can't play the game. But we don't want to do that, I guess. So. Little sad as a jungle player, but
You're
But it
supporting me
is-
now.
What it is.
Lupitas is doing a good job of keeping a lot of vision around mid though, so we keep eyes on that Jarvan, so at least we know when he's coming, so they're doing a good job of trying to prevent that play, keeping their Ori safe mid.
Yeah, they're up on the vision, kind of like Stoners were last game. A nice ult doesn't land onto Redact. He's
Ooh,
able to walk
we-
away.
We
As
missed
Alcop
all
is
the
here.
ultis.
Doesn't look like he's gonna pull the trigger though. And everyone will just walk away. Trundle getting a little bit of alone time with the tower. We'll probably get a
Man.
plate.
He is demolished. He gets 2 there, I think.
Yeah, potentially. Malphite's walking up. Leona is behind though. And it looks like, yeah, he got those 2
Yeah,
plates.
he got 2 plates with that demolish proc.
Ult coming through from Misfortune. The Zenith Blade misses from Leona, but is able to walk up for the stun.
Yeah, Cop got
Some
a
damage
little,
going down, but won't be quite enough, along with the
Yeah.
shields from boosted.
Cop got minion blocked pretty hard there. Forced
That
him to
was-
flash over it because he was gonna have to walk a long way around if he was gonna get out of that.
Grabbing one more plate in the face of boosted sandwich, says, I don't care, I'm just gonna hit this tower.
Also briefly shown, Redacted did
how we're
get
doing?
flash off of Beast in mid there, so.
Got a fight going on with the Rift Heralds. The
Oh my
big chop
God.
takes him down. Malphite comes through, knocking up a Halfling, and Casual Plebs Halfling will fall to the Victor Ultimate,
Oh,
as well as the Q
double
coming
for
through to take out the Skarner. And the Grubs end up, I believe, 5-1.
Okay, Southern Nation fighting back a little bit. That is the stick. No, they got 5.
Yeah.
Casual still 1.
Got one for Casual, so it prevents the feet from coming through. But now Dragon will be coming up soon. And a really well played fight there. Lost the support in the top lane, but got 2 kills back near the Rift on your mid laner, which is big.
Yep, but we did get another kill to the Trundle top lane. Finish that Ravenous Hydra. He is loving life top lane right now.
Yep. He's online, doesn't have all the grubs he'd want for the split pushing, can still do perfectly fine without them. Malphite picks himself up a plate thanks to those 5 grubs.
Yep, Redacted, no flash.
A nice
Get
flash,
on by
ult,
Leona. And
Ult
he
from
is- Ooh.
Ori and the ult from Leona to pick up the kill. Unfortunate, Ori
think
couldn't
the-
get it.
Yeah, the Leona ult might have been a little overkill there, in my opinion. Because we know the guy has no flash, but again,
We're just ready to secure it.
yeah, making sure a kill happens never a bad thing. So
We'll see Ezreal has finished his Triforce, so he's not at Dragon yet, but is on the way. Casual trying to pick this one up. But Jarvan is also in the area. Looks like it's going to become a scrimmage, but Ori's here and no Victor.
it's a smite fight.
As they're in the fight,
Oh,
Jarvan picks it up. McFishow flash out from boosted as they all come through. Casual survives because Jarvan dies before he lands.
Dies in the air. That is
Now
tough.
boosted trying to run away as they're trying to run him down before he can get to the safety of his tower. The Zenith Blade will hit. Can the Q come through? Dingus picks it up. One more kill for him. Up to 4-0 on this Ezreal. Just getting all the kills where they want them for Lupitas.
Yeah, this Ezreal is going to be a menace to deal with this game.
For sure. But we see the black. What is that? The black fire torch?
Yeah,
for
Black Torch for Redacted.
Victor.
Hey, you know what? It's not a Roa. I'll take it.
It's not a row. He did it.
It's not a Roa.
Now we're gonna be able to row a tier next. Okay.
God, I'll leave stream right now.
Now we see Cop preventing Genos from doing his proxy farm as McFishow shows up. He's got the ultimate coming through, but the knockup from Malphite will get the kill over to Jarvan. Well played by them. Redacted running away from support, and the Zeniths will land on boosted as they get the stun coming down, almost burning them down.
Oh no, he hit the
Oh,
drop!
he hit the drop, no! And then the ult from
over the
Ezra
top.
comes through from Redacted. But the Victor ult won't quite pick up the kill. Beeson is here trying to take down Tortuga. Oh, the ball did so much damage, but he will walk away. Whew. A big snipe there for Dingus, picking himself up another kill and getting one over to the Orianna.
This game is getting bloody fast. Kills all over the map.
We're up to about a 2k gold lead for Lupitas so far. They're sitting on, what, 1 jungle camp to 2 for Stoner Nation, but they have the first blood. And Dingus working on this tower is getting pretty close. If he gets that, that'll be the boots.
Yep. Well, MF should get here in time to stop this though.
Yep. We
Yeah,
got
Tortuga
MF,
will-
we got Seraphine here, but it is
we-
very
we-
low.
We all tapped with. Oh no.
He's just hitting all his Qs, but now Seraphine is here. Gets the flash away, but the flow hits the double ult, but he walks away with the E. Oh. That was very scary. I think he was getting bloodthirsty trying to take that tower, but now he's going to have to back. Genos is also pretty close, and we have Halfling up here, so this could be a secure once they crash it.
Yep. I mean, they do have 5 Groves bot. They could try to
Yeah,
turret
if they
race
can get
this.
it quick enough. They'd have to just focus this tower real quick, because he's going for it. He's going to get it. Trundle's
Got
going to get it.
demolished,
Oh!
demolished.
So close. As the Skarner kills Misfortune, and now Cop will fall to the dive.
I don't know if they
I'm
can.
still
I don't know
trying
if
to
they can kill this guy.
Yeah, Casual might just win this. It's
Yeah,
one,
Jarvan
gets
damage is enough.
2 for 1, but not bad.
And yeah, 2
It
for
also
1 and help the turret
Prevents
off
the
enough.
tower, as they will secure their upgraded boots. So, a close one again for getting that objective, but well played by Lupitas to make sure they get it for this game number 3.
Yeah, and then yeah, I don't want too on horn yet, but I think the Braum pick would be a little better right now than this 05 Seraphine, but
It could be, but it's not what they
Could
wanted
be.
to go with. They said, I don't
mean,
want to be a
even-
tanky boy again this time.
he still has an AoE CC ultimate for the team fight comp or the team ult comp, so
Right.
and
Yeah,
again, it's
it would have still given them like exactly what they wanted, but
yeah,
who knows?
Again, it gives you a lot better lane into the Iona, you know.
Ezreal's taking the bot tower real quick. Now he's gonna try to run away. Gets the E, but gets ulted on by Cop, and I believe he should just fall with no flash. Yep. Rip
Big
Ezreal.
Big shutdown going
700.
over the Malphite.
700 over the Malphite.
Again, he does have the steel caps and the brambles, so
He did it. He built the things I wanted.
we're building good things. Again, Thunder Nation may be down 2k, but again, if they get the good team fight with the ulti setup, they'll definitely fight. We haven't seen a true 5v5 group fight. Hopefully we'll see the next dragon in about 30 seconds.
We got the Herald up. Come soon. catch me and taking over the wall once again, but I think they know he's there. Gets a duck on the Victor, forcing the flash out. Not running away. Victor will fall. It will go wide. Victor will here. Trying to flash. Jump onto the Oriole shield. Strong enough to come through. Casual leading the back line. We're going to be sending his play to Ezreal. Now Jenna's here. Flashes it in so he can make a jump. He's trying to get it. Not going to be there. UGB for the forward friend.
That was a good match I've ever seen. These stars right there. Holy cow.
Here, you can just jump into it. 1-2 character. Low, 29 low, as they're going to want to look for sets and wait for Victor to get out of here.
He does have TP, but MF they're both getting back off, so.
Yeah, they were low enough. Yeah, back to like the support guy, Dave. Even if it wasn't a problem, we're starting like a bit of Nautilus, he could have been in Maokai. And also taking this and still have SPC. He gets the ult down onto the Ezreal with the Mount Battle, but the stun will come through for halfling to protect his carry. Casual pulls, taps back, but is now playing for health power, but will not fall yet. The Oriole comes through, kills the Malphite, takes down Show on the Jarvan, and Lana will fall on misfortune. The trade comes back from Ezreal. 3 for 1 in the trade. Casual super low, so he's going to want to back for this objective.
Yeah, and then also you went Hex Revolver on Seraphine? That's
He just wants to shoot people, okay. Alright, they didn't go for the reset, they're just grabbing the Dragon Ball, they have Prio. Works out, they have Trundle in the area and you got plenty of shields. So easily taken, well played by them. 2 dragons to their side.
yeah. I also really don't like the boot upgrade from Leona first. Like, I think upgrading boots this early is not very good, but you shall see. I think they're far enough ahead of this one. I think they're getting to a point where it shouldn't matter.
Right. Been on a little under a 4K gold lead.
Yeah, but I mean, Casual did a really good job this game again. Like I said, finding those kind of cheeky angles, coming over weird walls you don't really expect.
Is my voice robotic for anybody out there? Or am I okay? I do always sound like a robot, so it's a fair question. But now we see the Rift Herald coming up as the next objective, potentially.
I'm gonna say Rift and Atacon are both on this top side, so could see a lot of fighting over here. Again, I still want to see Thunder Nation just rip this comp of just we have 5 ultis we want to press.
Right. Looking for some of this tower damage, but we have casual plebs running in.
We're just never really as a 5-man. We're always kind of spread out a little everywhere.
Right. Right now we have Victor trying to mess the Trundle, just looking for that wave clear. Which should be fine, really. You just gotta be careful you don't get picked out randomly.
Yeah, but I think this Ezreal pick from Vetus is really good because I mean, again, he has Flash, he has E.
Ezreal's coming over the wall once again, doesn't quite grab anybody, misses the ultimate as well.
Oh my gosh.
Seraphine ult goes wide.
We miss ultis everywhere.
And we just agree, alright, we missed stuff. I guess we'll wait until our cooldowns come back up.
Just a handshake walk away there. And again, you see, I mean, just the Q from the Ezreal is doing a lot of damage to the Seraphine MF, so.
Yeah, got that Trinity Force Mirror Mana.
Yeah, just finished the Mirror Mana. Oh, decent
nice
knock
up, found the Oriana, burning them down, and we'll fall to the Make It Rain. The ult coming through on Halfling, can't get out. But he's going back in as the damage is coming through from Dingus. The Malphite ult comes and lands on him. He eats out to try and stay safe, but their team is falling slowly to Stoner Nation under tower. They're diving for casual plebs. They're ignoring Dingus, letting him do damage. But now Cop says, no, I'm going to kill this guy. Tower's on Cop, which is ideal for them. He's tanky enough to take it out, and they will take down the mid-tier 1. It's a little bit of a sketchy dive, but they made it work.
I was all over the place. Oh, McFosha, that's not where you want to be, my friend.
And with that play, basically evening up the gold map for themselves and potentially looking for the next objective. Looking like they're going for a back first.
Yeah, Tortuga got a lot of those kills too, so he can get that last Whisperer. Yep, start getting some armor shred for again this. Try to even though he has built no armor, just ulting the Malphite, he will have a lot of armor.
Right.
Skarner's gonna have some armor. Leona's got a good amount of armor, so he's gonna need to shred through these guys.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna need some more armor shred, and yeah, just always ult Malphite for the team fights. You just need to take his tank stats away if you want your team to have a hope of killing him in any kind of reasonable fashion. We got Ori laning against Victor up top, and they might be trying to look for a collapse, but nothing happening yet.
Yeah, and Redacted going for the double burn build with the Blackfire and the Leandries.
Yeah, I said, I see you tanky boys, and I raise you burn. But looking like we're just poking out, trying to get some farm off the map as we set up for the next objective the teams want to fight over. See that double up doing a fair amount of chunk as it lands onto Dingus.
Yeah. Also in that last fight, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but they caught Beastin and Halfling right before their flashes came back up.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
sure they had the perfect timers.
Yeah,
going on.
they had that time down to a T. All right, guys, we got 10 seconds. Let's hit this player right now.
10 seconds on flash, do it now. Here's see Casual going over the wall. It's actually starting up that rift as they're still pushing up mid lane and bot lane.
Yeah, and then this Ezreal is without flash for probably about another 2.5 minutes here. So I'd like to see them, try something else. Try to send the J4, send the Malphite at him. See if we can, pick him off early.
For sure, but while they're trying to position around this mid lane, looks like they are just giving up that rift. Not too big of an objective to just let go, as the dragon is now spawning.
We can try to cross map it, but the problem is that if
The Otacon's still there.
the Otacon is there to make this a little dicey if they try to go for the 2-for-1 special.
So now we got
They're sneaking
3-man
in this
mid,
push.
Halfling kind of walking into the enemy team. Little Deep has flash out the 3-man knockup into the ult and the circuit
There it
into the combo.
There it is.
We got 2 killed from that MF ultimate. Casual's trying to drift his way out of town.
Castle, I
Logan
think we just
stopped going through the wall and killed himself by ramming the tower. But he
I
does pick up the tower, so I mean, worth.
was going to compliment him on getting out of there, hopping in the whip. Quick, smart thinking. Just let me hop in the whip, let me get out of here. And then he just says, "Nope, I'm giving my life."
We got the TP coming out from Trundle, now trying to pressure that top lane since he knew they were going to come down from drag. A quick response from Redacted to match him to try and keep that tower alive. Looks like he should be fine with his wave clear.
Does Redactive have all upgrades already?
I'm unsure. Looks like he has the shield and the E at the very least.
Looks like I think that's
Oh, flash is in, gets the ult down, but I don't think it'll quite kill the Victor.
I think he's got
Yeah,
evolved
barely.
W.
It was 1 tick off.
I think he got the evolved W, so it should just be the last tick for the ulti. I think for that.
Well,
passive.
don't you? Is it different now? You used to get ult once you got the 3
No,
basic
so
ones.
you can evolve your ult after you evolve the first 3. So if you get so it's like basically get 100 stacks to upgrade 1.
Gotcha.
So once you get 300, you can upgrade all 3, and then once you upgrade those 3, then you can get another 100 to upgrade your ulti. So.
Fancy.
So I think worst case scenario, he gets 10 more CS, and you should be able to upgrade that. 'Cause I think it's like 100 CS is 1, and takedowns are like 20, I think, or something. So you should be getting pretty close to that full evolved.
For sure. We got Otacon still up. Now the Baron's up as well. Looks like Lupitos are trying to set up some vision around these objectives. Got Trundle pushing top as well, but Ori's going bot to stop this wave from Malphite. Although it looks like he's backing. And I think Lupitos are just on the Otacon, so if they don't get spotted out, they might just get this objective for free.
Yeah, Redacted also backing does not have TP, so looks like they're just gonna give this.
I guess they just got caught sleeping. The TP's coming through from Ori. Looks like they just now are seeing him on it. It's still at 5k health, but Halfling is just engaging to keep them away. Gets the Otacon buff. and now looking for the fight. They have the death recalls as needed, so they lost 2, but it's not a huge deal right now in this fight. They can pick up a kill, it'll basically even it out, and there you go. Casual takes up boosted, and I think that makes it like 500 for at least 300.
Well, I think they get 40 more per kill while you have the revive, so they got 340 at least from that one kill.
I think it's rest of game.
Oh, the rest of the game?
But now we get to push on top, so they'll take this tower to make it a better trade for the side of Stoner Nation. And getting the resets in where they could work towards the Baron Vision if they want, or they can just go back to pushing. So got the objective, but the fight afterwards was not ideal for Lupitas.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could have just gotten out. You know, you sacrifice half lane for T2. He just goes, kind of holds the line, and just says, "Hey, I'm gonna die. You guys take that and get out."
Sacrifice the support for the buff's not bad.
Yeah, you funnel a choke into Seraphine MF ulti, and that's just never gonna work out in your favor.
Right. But gold still sitting pretty even, plus 400 to the side of Stoner Nation. And we're back on the map. Trundle out here trying to split push, but it's not easy going into the Malphite, who has plain steel caps, Sunfire, a Warden's Mail, and a Thorn Mail.
Yeah, but he's looks like we're working towards that Frozen Heart, still the attack speed.
We see all the damage Trundle is not doing to this Malphite.
Yeah, I think he did more damage to himself than he did to the Malphite, honestly.
So that is why picking into this match is not ideal. You're still very good at taking towers, but you just cannot fight the Malphite one-on-one without your ult. And if he plays it right, he just kites out your ult.
Yeah, I mean, at least he holds him in a side lane here, so that's one less.
Yeah, prevents the big team fight ult, or at least one of them.
Yeah, I would like to see him take the Gromp just while he's waiting, just free resource, free gold.
See, he did a little bit of damage, but that's all he can really do. Now he's gonna heal up on the minions a little bit.
Yep. So yeah,
just
I'd like to see him
back and forth.
take that, clear that wave, and just take Gromp while Cop steals that wave. So at least you're winning the trade in terms of resource battle.
Yeah, basically.
I think he's doing it now. Looks like he's doing it on the mini map.
We got 50 seconds on the next dragon. 2 dragons apiece once again. So we'll see who comes up with the stole point. Halfling trying to look for Tortuga. The E4 to flash forward, but they do not find him. Feeling like they wanted to force that pick, but ends up just wasting a summoner.
Respect it. He has no flash. The whole team's not there. I would like to see just the Leona ulti instead of the.
Here we're catching Leona. We got boosted, getting chunked out. Show jumping over.
We're in a choke.
The ult's coming through from Stoner Nation. The wombo combo is falling once again. As Dingus has to flash away from Cop.
Cheese Wheel
will pick him up.
Cheese Wheel!
Casual trying to go over the wall to get out as he's still getting slowed by Tortuga, getting shot down. The shield will pop.
Should have an E in a second to get over the
He
wall.
will be able to run away, but looking like Soul Point will be on the side of Stoner Nation unless there can be a smite steal.
They don't have Jarvan, so
they don't.
This is a little risky right now. They might have to.
Could look for the steal, but he is very low, so they're trying to catch him and force him out. Getting pretty low, but he can't see it. He doesn't know what the health is at.
Yep, and
he's so low.
The double burn. The double burn.
Unfortunately, trying to get there for the hero steal, but pays for it with his life. And that's Soul Point over the Stoner Nations, who've been doing a very good job fighting back into this game, and now have themselves about a 2.5k gold lead.
Yeah, looks like Trundle's trying to go towards the Blade of the Rune King, I assume. So what that vamp step's going into? Tried to max HP this Malphite down.
With the vamps up there, it's gotta be that. I feel like that's not great against all the armor, but we'll see. I think you'd want just like a Black Cleaver or something, as Halfling's getting caught out by Mick for show, gets knocked up trying to E his way out to a plant, but will fall before he can escape.
Yeah, like I think if we're gonna go the Bork, it's almost like we got to go at first and just.
Now with the man advantage, Stoner Nation look at the Baron. There is no Skarner nearby, but he should get here potentially in time for a smite. Getting some stalling from Dingus. But the Baron is falling very low. I don't think he's going to get there in time.
Yeah, I mean the double burn.
And they take that along with the tower from Trundle with a nice pillar to get Comp near him, but still not doing much damage. Get the ulti coming through as McFasho gives his life to help get his 2 carries out of the fight.
Yep, Tortuga is backed in time. They could get over here. Oh, great pillar.
Casual's here. He's trying to grab his victory. A nice flash to get away from the Skarner ultimate.
Yeah, I like to see Boosted and Redacted is back here. You got the Baron. The waves are in good spots. Get a back off. There's no reason to stay here. Their waves all the way on their side still. Just get a back off. But
Yeah. I think they're pretty safe just because they both have plenty of CC. But just wait.
yeah, I mean, they're safe. I mean, they could have backed and been already back to that tower and walked out there by now. They just got that back off.
Right. Gino's also stealing away the blue buff while he's just been constantly pushing this bot lane, doing his job. Up to 300 farm for this Trundle, just farming up a storm this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's I don't know, that's kind of some Smurf tendencies right there. I don't know, almost 10 CS a minute. That's, oof, I don't know. That's high level stuff.
Who is this man? It's almost like Hydra makes farming really easy.
Flame Horizon on the horizon.
Yeah, if he gets a couple more CS, he'll get that Flame Horizon coming through.
Should be that next wave if he stays for it.
Feel like he is. He's looking for it.
Oh, still trying to get that back. Oh, he's going back for it.
Because I gotta kill this wave, man. 16, 17, 18.
If he gets this and the caster,
19.
he can hit it.
Kill the caster.
Nope, he let the caster go.
No! One off, but now Malphite's getting some minions. And Casual looking for something here in the mid lane. I think the red buff reset and Redacted out of here, split pushing the top lane for his team. As with this empowered Baron and the 5 grubs, able to do a lot of damage with those autos.
Yeah,
Or he's going to match. And Izine played in onto the Ezreal, or the Misfortune, gets him caught out, killed by Casual plebs, and now the other two are trying to run away. A nice flash engage onto the Seraphine. Boosted will fall as well. McFasho going back in, has nowhere to go, trying to kill Dingo Slayer while he can. The TP is coming through from Victor, but shows up as McFasho is trying to get out. But they got the help bar so low. McFasho is just not dying, and they are turning this fight around, taking out the bot lane. As now the Malphite comes in onto Casual, burning him down slowly with that double burn from Redacted, and now Beeson is here as the Trundle TP comes through as well. But ends up as a 3 for 2, the side of Stoner Nation coming out on top.
What Flame
it works
Horizon?
out.
Got the Flame Horizon, we got there.
You know, I will say though, if Tortuga has the cleanse there, I'm pretty sure he lives. But that barrier did not seem very helpful there to me. But
Could be. And now we
just cleanse that Q and we're gone. We don't get Leona ulted and we just run out of there.
We've got Dragon Soul coming up in 15 seconds for Stoner Nation. Looking like they're trying to set up to grab that right on spawn.
And Ezreal does have a Seeker's Arm Guard for that stasis. Try to avoid the Wombo.
Yeah, I mean, Wama's been the big thing, so if he can use it and not come out of it in a place where he's dead anyways, I like it. But I feel like
I think that's the problem is that he's not really taking like the full brunt like the MF Seraphine. He's just getting so old by Malphite and just run down. So
yeah, and if he uses it, it's like your team. I don't know if his team will be able to save him while he uses it.
Like Malphite just stands and dances on you while you're in stasis and waits for you to come out and then bashes your head in. I don't know.
Just have to see. Does have his armor shred, so he's going to be trying to do some damage to this Malphite, who just now has finished.
Kanik Rookern.
Yeah, Kanik Rookern, along with he has the Frozen Heart as well, and has another chain vest on top of it. Just so much armor.
Yeah, that's probably. I'm assuming it's going to go into a Jack show. If I had to guess.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
Yeah, I would also like to see Boosted go into some sort of healed and shield item now. Like I know the AP is good, but especially with these 3 Chemtech Dragons, Chemtech Soul, and
Right.
but the healed and shield power is just so crazy this game.
Agreed. And then we got 1 minute on the Baron, which I'd imagine would go the way of Stoner Nation without a good fight from Lepidus. Casual out here trying to clear out some of the vision. Still a pink ward in the pit for Stoner Nation.
Yeah, I think this game is now incredibly
Oh,
hard for
Halfling
Lapidus
getting
to play.
slowed and knocked up by Mick for show as he's trying to ward a bush. Jumping in, get some damage down. The Ezreal will go wide, but they don't want to commit too much and let Halfling walk away. Genos trying his best to fight this Malphite. I believe he hasn't ulted yet, but he's trying to auto trade with him and just seeing that he does no damage. Misfortune shows up along with the Malphite ult, and he will go down in that side lane.
Die with
Yeah.
ulti, with flash. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's like game Malphite and you're still Trundle, so if he's there, it's just very rough. And then if anyone else shows up, you're basically dead no matter what.
Yeah, I think this game is really hard for Lapidus because I think their comps already peaked and it's on the way down. Leona late game is not the greatest. Ezreal definitely spikes on 2-3 items.
Casual getting a 2-man ultimate coming up. He found the bot lane and is trying to burn down Mick for show. Booster gets his ultimate off and has not fallen. Tortuga falls as he handled his ult and Casual gets blown up to die. Boosted survives with like 5 HP, gets that heal off now. Beeson falling as he's just run down by Malphite and Victor. Mick for show killing Ezreal in his jungle, and this should be basically the end. Just a really nice comp there for Stoner Nation for game number 3. Really well executed. Fell behind a little bit early, but still fought back and got back into it, and are reaping the reward.
Lapidus did a good job getting an early lead and getting into the mid game. Their comp really spiked hard on those 2 items, but then it just kind of stalled out.
Looks like they're hitting the towers, trying to kill Trundle under them as well. Gets him caught up in the Jarvan ultimate. Top is taking the tower, but you can barely tell. Halfling trying to jump in to help keep his team in the game, but they're just focusing the Nexus. There's nothing they can do. GG to Stoner Nation taking the reverse sweep on the series. Well played to both teams. Definitely exciting games to watch throughout.
Yeah, banger of a series. Very back and forth. Well played by both sides.
We're watching the same game. Well, he said if Victor gets behind, he didn't get that far behind. So yeah, Cop Nation, Sable's out here happy for his boy. Unfortunate for Genos, kind of counterpicked himself by going Trundle in the Malphite. It's definitely not ideal. Casual had some big plays on the Skarner, but just the team comps ended up going the way of the Wombo combo that Stoner Nation put together. Well played to them, and I believe we'll be getting up the MVP vote soon. So be sure to get in your votes for the MVP from Stoner Nation. There it is. Please get your votes in for the people you think performed the best. Who would you think should get the MVP vote, Boomy?
I think either Mick Show or Redacted again. That Lee Sin game 2 was one of the best Lee Sin games I've seen in Valhalla. He was really proactive, looking for angles or kicks. Really aggressive with that pick.
Yeah.
Or Redacted. Again, Redacted game 2 and 3. He was doing his thing on those control mages.
Right. Yeah. Redacted and Tortuga, second and third game being those solid carries, dealing out their damage and staying pretty safe. Mick Show, he played the 2 champs you mentioned. He does really well on, and we saw him perform well on both of them.
Yep. Again, sad I don't get to ask why the Draven banned, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. You got some boosted fans out here. He's already got 2 of them votes. Do you see the Trundle? Hey, don't bully the Trundle, okay? That's a very hard matchup for that man.
Sure. Again, Cobb honestly could also get some love. Those 2 Malphite games, he was doing a lot of work on those Malphite games.
Yep. We got a wide spread. We've got 3 votes for Cop, 3 votes for Boosted, 2 to McFascio and Redacted. And we'll have to see if it comes through. If we get the tie, maybe we'll just drag them both up here. Say, no, you both have to talk to us. Fair, come to a losing team's top laner. Got people arguing about who was impactful in the game. But it looks like we got the dual winners of Cop and Boosted Sandwich, the top and support for the MVP picks.
True. The two that rolled swap getting MVP in their first series in their roles. That's kind of crazy.
There you go. Just the goated lane swap, apparently. And we'll see if we can get one or both of them up here. What up, Boosted?
Hey, what's
Captain?
up, boys? Hey, yeah. We were cooking a little bit.
Do you know if we're getting Cop as well, or are we just getting you?
Yo, bring Cop in too.
There we go. What up, Cop?
That's my
Well
vice
played.
captain right there. That's my vice captain this season.
Captain and vice captain. We got it.
Yeah.
And your old vice captain is here to interview you with Boomer.
Yeah.
True.
Malphite the goat. Malphite the goat.
A goat Malphite.
Yeah, I mean, when you just want to be a solid top lane player and Malphite's up, it's always a good pick.
Well, honestly, after game one, we were kind of like, all right, boys, let's redrink this method, rethink this method, and that's what we came up with. Game 3, I was straight inting. First 5 minutes, I was inting. I didn't believe Skarner could get me that far from the wall.
Yeah,
So.
he got some good grabs on you. There's that early death where you both died with flash and barrier. And we're like, oh, they could have used some of those summoners maybe.
Yeah, no, we honestly didn't think he would actually get to us. That was our problem.
Yep, but you guys were able to come back from the slight deficit and pull it back. What was the idea for your game 1 draft? Because it was definitely very different from your other 2 games.
Well, we've been playing. We just did a swap. As you can see, I'm not in the top lane anymore, and Cop went up. I did the swap because I wanted my bot lane to be a little more vocal, and Cop will be the first one to tell you that he's kind of quiet. So it was easier because I have Cop on the team, and knowing that he played topside last time, so we went with the Galio, thinking we were just gonna play for Mick, and when he's going in and having to dive in and everything. We fumbled the ball a little bit because of the ward that was placed by them early, and then Sion getting the 2 early kills kind of snowballed it for them.
Yeah, for sure.
And we didn't respect the Sion either a little bit. So after that, we just said, screw our other bans, just ban casual. And we thought like, all right, if we ban Shaco, we ban Sion. We thought he'd go Zac, so we took the Amumu out. We thought it would be a Zac or a Mumu, so we took the Amumu out and said, all right, we'll roll the dice with the Zac, but we got lucky and didn't play either, in my opinion. After that was the basis, and we just wanted to dive forward because with that iteration of the team, dive comps was working pretty well. We just haven't had Crip lately, so we couldn't tell if it was going to work out, and that's really what it is. If we can get Crip going in the right direction, the team works in the right direction.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think it helped in like game 2 and 3. Show is on much more proactive junglers, so he's able to help affect the lanes. And then Redacted's still scaling, but everybody else.
Yeah, he was going. Once we took Mick off of scaling too, we're like, all right, this might actually work, boys.
Yep,
and just started throwing it to our face to the win.
We're happy to see that adjustment, and yeah, really well played, you guys. How is the top lane? How are you feeling game 1 versus game 3 in the matchups?
Oh man, I'm just willing to do whatever the team needs me to do. I'm actually a lot of these players on Lupitas are former teammates of mine, so it was really fun to just sort of go up against them. They put up a really damn good fight, but we pulled through in the end. But
yeah, for sure. And you got to go from the Trundle matchup as Galio, where you're kind of like, how do I play this matchup, into your Malphite in the Trundle, and you're like, oh, I can literally not lose this matchup.
Yeah. Just the one thing we needed me to do is just deny him as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure. You're still doing a great job with all that farm, but your guys' wombo, especially in game 3, was ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. Once we figure out how to put it together correctly, we messed up like the first couple, and then we're like, "Oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to go."
Like, oh, we all hit the R button. I get it.
Yeah, all at the same time. Don't stagnate. Just all press R. It'll hit somebody.
Well, yeah. That was all I had. Do you have anything else, Boomy?
I mean, two questions really about the game 3. Why
Mm.
do we not just pick Brom? What are we doing?
Listen, you see my name.
Uh-huh.
You should understand from last season. Okay, I was puffing a little too hard.
And then the follow up question is: do we build Ludens, Leandri, Seraphine? My guy.
Okay. So what happened was the leak kind of bugged on me, right? And I thought I had it set correctly, right? So it was just starting and buying my stuff for me, and I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
And then I realized I'm like, oh, hey boys, midway through the game, I'm like, I'm going 8P Seraphine. Let's go. We're cooking. And it worked. It got me the dub. That's all I wanted.
It worked out. Well, yeah. Well played to both of you. Congrats on the win.
Thank
Go
you.
enjoy it with the
Thank
rest
you
of
very
your
much for
team
having us.
some.
Yep.
And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We appreciate you all being here. I've been Hailstorm with a Boomy and Blitzkrieg. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Peace.